All right, partner, what do you say we do this? It's Saturday night in Crossfield, a good time to be live at the Pete Knight Memorial Arena here for Pack the Pete Purple. Tyson Olney joined alongside Patrick Phillips. Friends, I invite you, if you have any audio issues, any visual issues, throw them in the chat right now. The sooner you let us know, the sooner we can fix any of that. Glad to have you aboard. Patrick, I'm glad to have you aboard for this as well. You might want to just step forward a little bit there, show off that pretty mug of yours. Right, that's what they're here for. They're here for us tonight.
This moneymaker right here.
No, after all, we're here for a fundraiser in support of Kirsten's Place being built in Olds, Alberta, kind of a halfway point between Red Deer and, of course, Calgary, the only overnight women's shelter available in the area once completed. It's awesome. Dustin, thank you so much. That reminds us, we move into kind of talking about... What? All right. I'm half deaf. I can't hear half of what anyone says on a good day, let alone when the players are skating by with the puck. We're halfway through, no, actually we're almost all the way through the third period here of the game before things getting going to U15B Renegades. But back to what my point there earlier, Patrick, raising funds, raising awareness for Kirsten's Place in Olds. I invite everybody. There was a video shared from Global News out on social media yesterday on the Renegades Facebook page. I invite you to go check that out and definitely understand more about why we're here. I don't want to speak too much of that without having the audio and visuals from those players involved in the story that you need to know and hear from to understand exactly why it's so special to be here tonight for you and I.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, it's a great night. You want to give back, and just to have this night at a community rink, the whole community coming together, Hockey Night in Canada, it's the whole package, right? So it's just really special just to be here and be a part of it.
Well, that's exactly it. It is a Saturday night locally here in town in Crossfield. The RMAA Renegades just ran up the score 9-4 against Banff in the game preluding our intro tonight. Patrick, I do want to take a moment here. I know I've talked to you a lot about kind of how this all evolved. I want to take a special moment to acknowledge Shayna and Dustin from Town and Country Plumbing, taking it out of their time when I was visiting their shop there for other reasons to ask me if I'd be willing to come aboard and be a presenting broadcast for this. And obviously it was my pleasure and my honor to say absolutely, I'll be there whatever you need. And you coming aboard readily and available, Troy coming aboard readily and available to run camera for us tonight. And it's just kind of shaped all together. But again, I do want to say a big special shout out to the whole team at Town and Country Plumbing for kind of being the whole reason I'm here tonight, hence being the reason you guys are here tonight. And also a huge shout out to our technical end of the crew tonight, Lock End Energy Services. Friends, without Lock End tonight, this broadcast ain't happening, and I have to say how grateful I am for them stepping up to provide the services that allow us to be live here tonight in support of the fundraiser happening here at the rink. I think maybe now a good time to update that running tally of what we've had for fundraiser dollars so far for the RMAA U15A squad, which works out to be, last I heard, over $5,000, Patrick.
Wow, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, and that game hasn't even started yet, so well,
that's just going, pounding the pavement, talking to the community groups, talking to potential donors, and that's not just the parent group or the whatever you want to say, management group of this team. It really comes down to the players going out, talking to those powers that be around the community, raising those funds, all in support of Kirsten's Place up in Olds, which I think, again, maybe I'll touch on a little bit later on in the first period if I get a chance, but just an absolutely critical piece of infrastructure to have in the community, and obviously an important service that will serve the area very well. So with that, I think right now we've got 6:37 on the clock. You see the stands emptying out. Troy, you're good to take it off us if you want. The stands emptying out as the U13B game ends. Everybody will go meet their kids in the lobby. Some will stick around. Some obviously won't be able to get their seat back as we get things back and going for tonight's action here at 7 p.m.
Yeah, like you said, we're expecting a full house here tonight.
That's just it.
Like I was mentioning earlier, just an amazing community event and just an honor to be a part of it. Just really looking forward to this. It's been this is going to be a big highlight.
Well, and we get to call a hockey game. That's pretty sweet, I must say.
Well, this is our first official game that we get to call together, so I'm really excited to work with you. And yeah, just be a part of such a special community event. Like I said, on Saturday night is Hockey Night in Canada, so to be able to do this on a Saturday night too, I think it's just something really special as well. So it's an honor and a privilege.
And take it down to the community level. Yep, we're good. Take it down to the community level right here. I mean, Troy, you're doing a good job getting us up here in the one scaffolding scissor lift thing. Troy's over in another one, but it's just absolutely incredible, kind of the effort the team and the community put in to allow us to be here tonight. That's one. And then as well, just being able to be a part of something that is as grassroots as this, really, right? This is a team taking an initiative, taking it upon themselves to step up and be a difference maker in the community. And you know what? It's a great age. I think it was mentioned when I was doing those interviews on the channel earlier this week. It was mentioned in the dressing room, kind of this is a perfect age for these young men on this team to kind of understand, hey, look, this is something that you got to take seriously. It's something you got to understand and be aware of. And for them to not only, you know, okay, sure, walk their way through it, talk their way through it, to step up and really go out and be those difference makers that I think, right, this whole event is meant to be. It's fantastic to see. And I mean, kudos straight down from the boys in the dressing room to the coaches, to the parents, to the managers of the team for putting this together and getting this going. It looks like we're going to have the team kind of get all their sticks and stuff ready. We got a special, from what I understand, pre-game ceremony going tonight, so we'll get through that. Right now, 6:39. Grant's going to flood the ice here, and we're going to get rolling probably right on time at 7 p.m.
Well, I just wanted to say too, like, this is one of those nights that transcends hockey. It's where hockey can really make a difference. And I mean, I think back to, we were watching it last night with the Hockey Fights Cancer month, and watching Ben Stelter videos and like how emotional we still get watching those. Like, I know this isn't a cancer night, but it's one of those nights again where the game of hockey really transcends and you can get something really special out of it that's life-changing for everybody out there. Like you said, it's a great life lesson for the younger guys coming into this hockey game. They learn something really important. The community gets something back. It just, like I said, a transcending night, and it's really special to be a part of it.
I think I've heard this a couple times around the rink today, and I'm sure you have as well. As we have been here since pretty much 2:30. Plan was not to leave the hotel room until 2:30, but hey, never underestimate my powers to be early. But no, seriously, we have heard it multiple times today. It's more than a game tonight.
Exactly.
And this means something to everybody here, right? That's where this really comes down. And I think that's a good opportunity, friends. I want to point at the camera and say this to you back home watching, because I know some of you watching back home are watching from Red Deer and surrounding area tonight, maybe out of town, but you got your kid playing for Red Deer. This whole thing, right? I mean, the broadcast could not happen without the permission of the Red Deer side. That comes down truly to the essence of where the thank you to Red Deer for not only allowing us to broadcast this. This is a minor part of all this, but putting up with, I don't want to say the extracurriculars, but you understand what I mean when I do say that, is there's a lot of extra going into what is supposed to be just a regular season game on a Saturday night in Crossfield, right? How many times a year does a Crossfield arena get dressed up like this? Not many. And tonight we get to be a special part of it, and that is thanks large in part to Red Deer being great visitors and allowing us to kind of have the fun we're going to have tonight and make the difference we're going to make tonight.
Yeah. And if you look out into the crowd already, you can see the purple. It was the
we've already got this.
Team of the night, obviously packed the pea purple, and you already see the purple sprinkled in throughout. Not exactly a warm day here in Airdrie, but Crossfield, I should say, not Airdrie. But yeah, great to see the purple already coming out in the crowd there, and the stands aren't even full yet. So,
well, I'm going to say here, we better take a moment to kind of run through the rosters. I'll let you, if you've got your roster, I'll let you run through Red Deer, I'll run through the Renegades, or do you want that honor? I don't know. This is your choice. First time dealing with me, so.
Oh, no.
I don't know. You've been practicing the Red Deer side pretty heavily, so. It's your go. You start on tonight or later on tonight, but we want to get through the roster first here, so you at least hear us pronounce it right once.
Well, let me say, if I do butcher anybody's name, I apologize in advance here. So we got number 1, Kellen Gossick. Number 2, Tyes Wolgamuth. Number 3, Carter Woods. Number 4, Lucas Liebig. Number 5, Denver Lidgren. Number 6, Meyer Clark. Number 7, Asher Gregory. Number 8, Quentin Ballin. Number 9, Roman Sheriffulin. Hope I got that. Macklin Hicks, Liam Lundmark, Deegan Shand, Hayden Martz, Nixon Paolinelli.
That's the one that's giving us
That's the one that gets me every time. Like I said, I apologize in advance.
If anyone's watching back home with a connection to our friend Nixon there, you want to maybe give us a little heads up on how we should be saying that, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Nixon, I'm so sorry. Nicholas Rodlowski, Lincoln Kletke, Dawson Meyer, Jace Allen, Tristan Brown, head coach Jason Lundmark, assistant coach Stephen Hicks, assistant coach Nicholas Kletke, assistant coach Cameron Sieben, and assistant coach Lance Wolgamuth.
So that's your Red Deer Minor Hockey Chiefs. I think the Red Deer Ramada Chiefs is how it's properly stated in the standings here this evening. On the Renegades U15A side here for the RMAA squad, starting in goal, Owen Helm, number 1, Ruben Spady wearing the number 6 tonight, Garrett Black sporting 7, Caleb McCarthy wearing the number 8, Braxton Sandercock, number 9 for the RMAA squad, Cooper Snyder rocking number 10 out there, Harrison Hubert will rock number 11, Wade Tebb wearing number 12 this evening, Micah Ewert with number 13, Robson Bezjak with number 14. We move into the later half of the lineup here. Jackson Victoria wearing number 15 out there for the RMAA squad. Number 16, Jack McCormick. And then you've got Zach Zavoda wearing number 17. Hayden Morton, number 19. And Lane Leesemer wearing number 20. The head coach, Audrey Campbell. Assistant coaches, Jeremy Leesemer, Craig Bizjack, and Jason Sandercock. That's your lineup for the RMAA Renegades U15A squad as we kick off Pack the Pete Purple night tonight. And I'm telling you, to be honest with you, prior to warm-up getting underway in the Pete Knight Memorial Arena, friends, I don't know how many of you have spent time here over your lifetime, but you don't usually see the stands near this full to begin things here this evening. So that's an exciting start. Troy's going to have to try and dance around himself to try and get the players coming onto the ice through the smoke and fog here in the far, near side corner. I don't even know how my directions are going to work in this rink here tonight, but we'll figure that all out. It'll be my pleasure to try and guide you all through it. But Patrick, I think just to kind of reiterate what we were going over there is I think we got a Lehigh Valley Phantoms jersey in the penalty box. That is a find and a half. That may be connected to something to do with the ceremonial puck drop, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just keep that under wraps for right now if we can. Yeah, as we go, obviously it's a special moment to be part of something like this. I think you hit it right on the head. Tonight's a night where it's more than a game. It transcends the game to the extent that the emotions running high, obviously, in any hockey game, but the emotions off the ice tonight, kind of going through the reasons we're here, what we're trying to do with, of course, supporting Kirsten's house and coming up with the funds to donate there, but also raising the awareness around domestic violence and obviously trying to make a difference in the community step by step, right? And I mean, a small thing like tonight can go a long way, and I know for sure the folks running Kirsten's place will be hugely happy with whatever the result is tonight, but that's absolutely the reason why we got to go smash it out of the park here this evening. And I think to say that if you haven't got onto the raffle box 50-50 here tonight, you just kind of go find things on the Pack the Pete Purple event page or over on the Facebook page for the Renegades Minor Hockey. You can find your 50-50s tonight. Tickets ranging for one ticket for $10 all the way up to 50 for $100. You know where your bang for your buck is. if you've ever played the Oilers 50-50, and it seems to be the case here again tonight. So
I think everyone in Alberta has.
Even if you're a Flames fan or a Canucks fan hiding out in the prairies, I think we've all been there, done that a few too many times over the course of the past several years. Troy, you ready to rock and roll, my friend? You got a smile on your face. That's good enough news for me. The arena, I think it's going to be standing room only here as we get things truly underway here in the next matter of about 10 minutes or so. Patrick, you got a smile on your face. I can tell this is going to be a good night.
No, this is exciting. Like I really am excited for these kids. This is a night they're going to remember. I mean, you can play a lot of games and they blend into each other, but this is a game that they're going to remember being a part of for a very long time.
And that's just it, right? Is how often do you get to play a special game in minor hockey? How many times do we have a special junior hockey game? Sure. How many times do we have a WHL game that's special? Sure. But when you're at the U15A level or any level of U15, you don't get many opportunities, A, to have the lights out in the arena before you skate onto the ice, let alone have lights on the ice or a fog machine or anything. So the fact that we get a broadcast here in the Pete Knight Memorial Arena, which is a first here in Crossfield for me personally, and as well, don't forget, we get to do it for a night like this. It's a night to remember, and the kids, I'm just glad we'll be able to kind of have them skip over you and me stammering through the pregame show, and they can get to watching themselves on the ice 10 years from now, as that's kind of the best part about doing all this. It's still publicly available years later, and the guys get to go back and watch it all and say, hey, I was a part of this. And this is one of those nights, like you said, that they're going to be able to go back and say, I was a part of this.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a pretty cool opening here with the fog machine and the lights. And yeah, like you said, these kids don't get to come out to this very often. This is going to be pretty cool here, and I'm glad we'll have it on camera here for them.
It's been a big day of anticipation. I think, Patrick, you watched me dance around and jump with excitement all day long, trying to contain myself. And, well, we're finally live, and we're going, and we're ready to rock and roll for what should be a great hockey game tonight. Of course, we do have some pregame festivities to get to first, and then we'll try and not rock the boat up here too much, as it appears. There may be some buffering on the live stream end of things here tonight. My apologies if you do end up hitting some buffering on the end, but looks like we're going to fight through it and get things going. Of course, anybody that's got Dustin or Shayna's number back home there and you're watching on the live stream, feel free to reach out to them. They'll reach out to me, and we'll get things sorted on our end. Again, I do want to give a huge shout out to our presenting donors tonight. Of course, like I said right off the top, having Town and Country Plumbing contact me and kind of get us involved in tonight's broadcast is absolutely fantastic. We're beyond grateful to be here, honored to actually have the call tonight. And as well, we couldn't do this without the incredible step up from Lock End Energy Services to present us with the technical capabilities of being live here in Crossfield this evening. So appreciate. There we go. So we're looking on track here. So we should be closing in on game time here in about 9 minutes before we get going. You're good? Yep, you're great. As we get going for what will be the player intros here this evening. Sounds like the microphone and the music was just plugged in. If anyone's been in this Crossfield arena, you know what's up with those sounds if you're hearing that back home. So we are just about set to get things kicked off here, friends. Again, for those of you watching back home, Tyson Dolynny, Patrick Phillips joining me in the broadcast scaffolding here tonight. Not really a booth, but hey, you know what?
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. I like that. This is humble beginnings for a broadcast duo that is getting their first taste of hockey action together. Patrick and I have called the multiple Hockey Alberta provincials up in Cold Lake over the past 2 years, but we've been separated, or we've been put on camera. We've been made to do other things out there, and well, today we finally get it closed off, that chapter, and get this going together on the commentary for.
It took us being the bosses to get it done, but we got it done.
Dustin, if you're watching during Operation Red Nose up there in Cold Lake, Patrick said it, not me. So keep that in mind when you start divvying up in Cold Lake in the spring. But we are just waiting. The young fans packing around the entrance to the ice there, as that's always a famous thing. Again, when you've got a special night and you kind of got something like this going on, the kids, they gravitate to the player entrance to get those high fives and stuff. And I think we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember famously, I was about maybe 9-10 years old, fist bumping Marty Reesner as he comes out of the tunnel down in Anaheim at the Honda Center. And that, friends, that was my first taste of celebrity as a kid, and that made me feel like $1 million. So for these young kids here, yeah, they might know every single kid passing them on the way to the ice, but I'll tell you, that still makes them feel like $1 million when they get that fist bump along the way.
Well, that'll get them real pumped up for that. For puck drop here.
I mean, it's going to be loud in here. I don't think I will have ever have heard the Pete Knight Memorial Arena louder than we will tonight.
Well, I think we're pretty much full in the stands here. I might have a little bit of room there. But
that back section where maybe Red Deer.
We do have a lot of people down in the corner here,
true.
which will be moving to the stands. That should fill them up.
Well, and the lobby area is pretty packed still too. So
yeah, but we'll have a full crowd here tonight.
I've been told that a lot of Crossfield and Carstairs will be watching tonight. So I assume for those of you unable to make the game, well, we're going to present it to you here on Dolynny TV. Like I said, thanks to Town and Country Plumbing and, of course, Lock-In Energy Services. There's a bunch of other donors we need to get to. Those two, though, I have to make sure I'm mentioning because they're the reasons we're up here in the scaffolding tonight. But, yeah. That's what they're trying to figure out now, Patrick, is the seating. So that's kind of right. Typically in a minor hockey game, you have one half of the rink is the opposing team, the other half of the rink is the home team. But on a night like tonight when seats are at a premium, you're going to be up against the glass. You're going to be on the far side of the rink, maybe shaking hands with a friend that you forgot about in Red Deer, but it's all going to work out fine.
It's a community game. We can all sit together, hang out together, just enjoy this one tonight.
That's exactly. Like we said tonight, friends, this is a lot more than the hockey game itself this evening. Bringing awareness for Kirsten's place and, of course, raising awareness around domestic violence and obviously raising funds as well. And it's been a big effort so far. Like I mentioned earlier on the broadcast, Patrick, we were a little blown away by the number, over $5,000 raised by the U15A Renegades so far. And you want to talk about a difference maker in the community, especially in these times right now with the inflation and everything going on. That's a pretty incredible mark to hit for something that...
well, that's people putting their hard-earned dollars towards a very important community hockey event here, and it's just I'm blown away and really impressed with everyone stepping up here tonight and making it as special as it is.
And then you have all those dollars turned back right to Kirsten's place, making the difference right back in the community. So
such an important cause.
It's about putting on an event that just gathers everybody together, kind of of course, hey, let's get together and make something out of an event. But hey, this has been a lot of weeks of effort. It's been a lot of stress. I'll tell you, I know as of Tuesday, we didn't have internet. We didn't have a second scaffold. We didn't have a lot of things to make this broadcast happen. And that's just on my end. So what the whole team behind the U15A Renegades has gone through in the past week, the boys on the team kind of getting out there in the community, pounding the pavement and finding those donors for tonight's game, all in effort towards Kirsten's place at the end of the day. Absolutely fantastic. We're at 6:56 on the clock, so we're about 4 minutes away from truly getting underway. There's the referee hitting the ice here tonight. And then we got two lines officials and we're ready to rock and roll. So we'll see what obviously tonight brings as the officials are on the ice, skating over to the penalty box to kind of get the way of the land here as we'll get the...
And hey, nice to see the officials getting some claps from the crowd here. You don't have to hear officials.
No, I think everybody's antsy and ready to go for what's going to be a very special night here in Crossfield. And just like I said, honored and a privilege to be alongside you here tonight with the call of this one. Like we said, we read the names. Of course, we've only had a few hours to put it all together. We'll make do with what we got. Our end of the party, our end of the bargain ain't really much on the commentary. It's more getting the inside here for what is going to be a truly special night. I can't hammer that home enough. This is a lot more than just watching these guys play hockey tonight, and it has been truly special to be a part of the whole process that's led up to 7 o'clock on a Saturday night as we tee off local hockey night in Canada for you and I.
Yeah. No, transcendent, special night of hockey. Can't wait to get it started here. Just a couple more minutes to go, and then we got a nice little show, and then the real show, some Saturday night hockey.
That's just it. And I mean, the RMAA squad, Patrick, I guess maybe a quick scouting report on them. They love to get out there, moving their feet, throwing the body. And this, of course, a change for me. I've been kind of sitting at the U13 level the past few years, and not much physicality in there allowed, but at the U15 level, at the A level, they allow them to throw the body, and it was quite the change, and especially watch them, right, you got the range of bodies, and you see the bodies definitely get flying out there, and that's going to be awesome to kind of see the fast-paced energy that both teams are going to come out with here tonight. But the RMAA squad, they can fly around, they can lay the body, and oh, by the way, did I forget to mention they can score?
Oh,
That's something they can do. Don't forget about it.
we all love that.
So here we go. We are just about to introduce the Red Deer Ramada Chiefs as we get things going.
Here they come onto the ice.
That is, oh man, I can't even read the lineup card. It's too dark in here. My apologies, friends. We'll walk you through, but as Red Deer hits the ice, it's kind of going to be a quick intro. And with the music, we kind of do have to keep talking due to copyright restrictions. So unfortunately, that's going to be the tough part about tonight is there will be a little bit more talking than maybe you'd like in your broadcast. My apologies there. YouTube's a great toolbox, but there's a lot to do. And, as we're saying, it's going to get loud in here tonight, Patrick.
Yeah, well, you're standing right next to me, and you're hard to hear.
That's I'm not even trying to mutter right now, but both teams have lined up at the blue line here. We'll turn and get things going here for tonight's game. As we are about set to get this one underway, we'll have a ceremonial face-off at center ice as the U15 Renegades take their helmets off alongside the Red Deer Chiefs. We're about set. Little mishap there at center ice. The carpet almost took out the layer there. We are in rock. It's going to be a special night here tonight. The referees even sporting a special version of the Hockey Canada, Hockey Alberta referee uniform, sporting a purple and black striped uniform tonight. So we've pulled all the stops here, it would appear, this evening, and we're glad to have you aboard. If you're just tuning in, friends, welcome inside the Pete Knight Memorial Arena in Crossfield, Alberta.
RMAA U15A Renegades hockey team. It is an honor to welcome you tonight and to thank each and every one of you for your incredible support for making this event possible. This evening is about more than just coming together. It's about raising awareness of domestic violence and supporting the construction of Kirsten's Place, an emergency shelter in Olds. Kirsten's Place is named in memory of my sister, Kirsten Gardner, who tragically lost her life to domestic violence. Kirsten's Place will be the only overnight shelter between Calgary and Red Deer, providing victims and their families with a safe haven and the tools to rebuild their lives. Every dollar raised tonight will go directly towards the shelter, ensuring it becomes a reality and bringing hope to those in need. Thank you for standing with us and supporting this vital cause. I'm going to hand it over to Joy Liddell, our MC for the evening.
Thank you, Twitter. Not ever really stand in your cover next week we will see your handler.
Our home and native land, to faith and love in our sons of man. With rolling hearts we sing our children strong and free.
mentioned, Jay Rosehill will drop the ceremonial puck for tonight's action alongside some dignitaries this evening.
Your helmet. Move it up.
Captain Lane Leismer will come to center ice for the RMAA Renegades. There you have it. Well, friends, if everybody's ready, let's get up and let's get doing this. The Red Deer Ramada Chiefs against the RMAA U15A Renegades. We'll do warm up here, so Troy, if you just want to get shots of the guys warming up, running around the ice, we'll continue on in the pregame program for the next 5 minutes here as the pucks are out and we're ready to rock and roll. As Patrick, I think tonight, obviously you're seeing kind of your first look at the Red Deer Chiefs squad. The red, black, or white with red and black trimmed uniforms, the Renegades in the special black and purple, getting an exception to allow a third jersey for tonight's action, or an alternate jersey, special jersey, whatever you want to say. Like we mentioned, the referees in the purple and the black, and the stands, there's a lot of purple in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the theme of the night was Pack the Feet Purple, and it's been a great turnout. It's purple in here. We're ready to play some hockey.
I want to say a huge shout out once again back home to the Red Deer side of the broadcast tonight for allowing us to have the fun we're going to have this evening, not just on the broadcast, but allow us to have the fun on the ice and throughout the game, as we obviously are planned here in Crossfield this evening. There's some shenanigans, I guess we call them, or whatever you want to say, in the second period that I don't think anyone's quite ever seen. I think this is a brainchild of somebody organizing tonight's game, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. And of course, we're going to have a jersey raffle in the first period, so it's going to be a kind of packed situation where you might not be able to get out of your seat because you will lose it this evening here in Crossfield.
Yeah, the intermission should be just as entertaining as the regular periods here tonight. So.
And friends, for those of you fighting buffering back home, I'm not sure if you're fighting it or I'm just fighting it because I'm also broadcasting off the Wi-Fi. Let me know if anyone's got an issue. Like I said, get a hold of Shayna, get a hold of guys from back here in Crossfield, and somebody will get everything get going. But yeah, no, it's going to be a fun night. I think it's going to be an awesome opportunity to obviously see some stuff in a hockey game, especially at this level that you normally wouldn't. And all in support of a good cause. For those of you watching back home, obviously, if you don't know, raising money for Kirsten place molds, and obviously all bringing awareness to domestic violence and trying to change the narrative a little bit here as we bring these young guys onto the ice here tonight to bring awareness to a very important issue and raise some funds for a very good cause. So,
yeah,
here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show tonight. I think these kids are going to want to perform tonight for such a big crowd, and like we said, it was a special moment coming onto the ice. You have a former NHL player dropping the puck at center ice before your hockey game. How often does that happen for these kids?
And that's,
yeah.
I've been to a lot of hockey games in Crossfield over the past 3 years, and I can tell you that ain't happened once yet. The referees coming over to talk with the benches right now is shake hands and get things going this evening. I think crew led by head officiant Chris Atchison this evening, if I've got my faces correct. So we're good to go. Yeah, we got about $1.55 to go in warm up right now, and then we'll be rocking and rolling for tonight's action here in Crossfield. We're about 35 minutes deep on the broadcast, so glad to have everybody along. Glad to see everybody in the chat this evening. So thank you again for being aboard, especially if you're a regular Dolynny TV subscriber, taking a chance on something you regularly wouldn't see on the channel. I know it pops up every now and then, but this is a real special moment for me personally here on my channel to have something like this broadcast. For anyone that knows my story, kind of background, I went to Nate for broadcasting, ended up kind of choosing a different life path and broadcasting didn't quite pan out the way I thought. I've had an opportunity to re-engage here on YouTube over the past 5-6 years, and this is what I truly feel like I'm supposed to be doing. And to be doing it for something this special, that really reinforces why I chose to do this originally. So, absolutely grateful to be here. I think Patrick you as well. This is something that you don't normally do on a Saturday night either. So, to have the opportunity, I mean, I'm grateful you said yes, quite honestly.
Well, like I said earlier, it's an honor and a privilege, and for the very first time, you and I getting to broadcast together to be a game like this,
absolutely,
we'll never forget this.
Well,
so
I know we've done the Oilers stuff. Yeah, I know we've done the Oilers stuff, but like you said, this is something completely different, and I'm so looking forward to being a part of your evening here back home. I know Patrick's been just trying to figure out exactly the words, and I think you've nailed every single line you've told me today already here. So as we get set for the opening face-off in this one, they're gathering the pucks up, the buzzer's about to ring. There it goes. Yeah, I just want to spend a special shout out back home again to Town and Country Plumbing for asking me to be a part of tonight's event, and then as well to Lock End Energy Services for providing us with the technical abilities to go live here this evening. And that obviously allows Troy to run the camera, allows you to run the color commentary, and allows me to talk way too much before we get to hockey action. My apologies, folks. I have a tendency to do that. We'll battle through it tonight, but both teams going to go to the nets for the cheers here. The Red Deer looks like they're going to do it bench. Patrick, what do you say for 20 minutes we focus on the hockey game and get to some good hockey between two clubs tonight?
Yeah, I think we've set this one up pretty well. I think we're all ready to drop that puck, see some action here on the Saturday night.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the song playing right now on the loudspeaker here in the rink is definitely a song that can get us in trouble on YouTube. So, yeah, they're going to bring the tunes, they're going to bring the classics, they're going to bring the good stuff tonight. And I think we're set for a great night of hockey here in Crossfield, Alberta this evening. Friends, I'm Tyson Olney alongside Patrick Phillips in the broadcast booth here at the Pete Knight Memorial Arena in Crossfield. If you're ready for some hockey, let's do it. We're going to have a good time setting up for the face-off at center ice. The RMAA Renegades come and get things going. It sounds like we're going to go silent for a minute here as everybody gets situated. Owen Helms getting situated in the crease as the Red Deer netminder takes his hands back. There is Kirsten Brown. Face off the center ice down the RMAA Renegades, push the far side boards, try to fire it in. Battle there along the end wall or far side wall, and it's going to be tucked now into the far side corner in behind Brown of the Red Deer Chiefs. This one coming up near the right side wing, comes all the way in the middle here. The RMAA squad flips it through the neutral. It's cut back by Rudlowski of the Chiefs. Running into the corner there, a little bit of body contact as this game gets initiated, but comes out in front, and the RMAA squad be able to steal it away. The Renegades get it to the blue line, not out. This is going to be interesting. I've never been this close to the puck in my life, Patrick.
Oh, some great fast-paced action to get this one going here. This is a big thrill.
And this is right here, the Renegades firing it up the far side board, barely out of the zone. Red Deer chips it back in. They're offside just on how that puck flipped up over the blue line. And the Renegades on a runaround shift survived the first shift of the game, and they'll set up for a face-off outside of their zone on the far side here.
Well, I got to tell you already, if that first 45 seconds is what we're going to get tonight, I'm pumped.
Well, here we go.
Great start
Face-off
to the game
down.
here.
And this is ending up chasing back. Wade Tebb into the defensive corner, fires around to the far side boards. This one now goes out along the wing and is out through the middle. Here's the Renegades across center ice into the left side boards. The camera angle, as I intrude, kind of that you can't see too well on the camera, unfortunately. It's there are limitations in the community rinks. And Red Deer comes ultimately away with the puck along the far side. The shot fired. This is Helm's far side pad on the shot, but ends up going into the corner and wrapping all the way around the far side point here for Red Deer. And the Renegades cut it off. Red Deer gets the turnover. This shot! Oh, what a save! And we'll have the Renegades coming back the other way here now, cutting through the middle, carrying forward. That there was Jack McCormick flipping in and getting it down deep for the Renegades. If you haven't seen on the jerseys so far tonight for the Renegades, they've got Kirsten's place on the nameplate, so kind of one of those situations where we're going to have to go purely by number for them, as Red Deer's got the nameplates tonight. This one forced back down deep into the Red Deer Chiefs zone. They're going to go along the end wall. They're going to flip now free to the man getting close to the near side boards. And that's again, that stanchion's right there in our way, but we'll survive, eh? And this one comes out behind the net again. Far side corner this time. Renegades chip it to the blue line. It will go on the zone, and that one will hit somebody on its way into the zone. The Renegades clear, and Red Deer able to flip back to the neutral. It takes a hop off the glass, goes down inside the Renegade zone. The hash marks are met for the Renegades defender, and we will have a nice call. Hayden Martin with some good hustle there. Kind of played that one perfect, positioning on the inside.
Well, some great pressure down low there from the Renegades. They just couldn't get the puck in front of the net. And the best chance so far goes to the Ramada, but an excellent save from Owen Helm there early.
Red Deer definitely with the better of the chances, even though they're only onesie-twosies so far through 2.5 minutes of this hockey game. We come back into the neutral here, turn back as we'll have a stop and play, and a stick goes flying over the hands of the Red Deer Chiefs player. We'll have a penalty upcoming. Lucas Liebig was the one that lost the stick in that post whistle. I don't even know what to call that. All I saw was a stick go flying right as soon as the whistle sounded.
Not sure what happened there, but
either way, the Red Deer Ramada Chiefs for the power play here will win the face-off, putting it over to the far side boards. Near side now, here's Allen. Allen's going to skate it. No drag, shot fired, save made by Helm. He's unsure if he should cover it, kind of leaving it in a dangerous area. The puck goes off over the bouncer, back of the net, Red Deer scores. Just like that, to open things up here in the team. 1-0.
That was a quick power play goal. A fortunate bounce that sent the puck back in front of the net. Deflected in there for an early Ramada lead here.
13 seconds in to the power play, and Red Deer strikes. Quickly back to 5-on-5 here. And like I said, they've got the tunes cranking tonight. They got Welcome to the Jungle on loudspeakers right now. We're going to have the face-off at center ice as Jackson Victoria draws in for the Renegades. The music goes quiet. Referee's pointing, trying to get things going here for the center ice face-off. We would do the draw, and ultimately that puck goes dead right off the draw. And we'll have it bounce back inside the Red Deer Chiefs zone. Woods along the far side boards. He'll battle there, keep it alive for himself. Flips around the player, swims twice. Still coming out with the puck and ultimately kicking it out to the far side boards. Renegades blast for the point, goes wide on Brown. And that will be now along the near side wall. And moved out to the point where the Renegades were able to keep it in. It bounced awkwardly into the middle of the ice. The Chiefs handled it perfectly, able to clear back to neutral where the Renegades just quietly tapped it in and go off for a line change. 16:36 to go here in this first period of play. The guests, Red Deer Chiefs, obviously leading this one after that power play goal, 1-0. As this will be played in front of the Renegades bench. Tap back down. There's Leesmer for the Renegades. He'll bounce it out into the neutral zone. Shan for the Chiefs will take over and veer back up inside the Renegades territory. Puck comes into the middle of the ice, cut off there by the Renegades. A breakaway pass foiled by Radlowski of the Chiefs at the blue line. This will be flipped back through the neutral. Cut off there again as both teams now, maybe after that opening goal, only 4 minutes in now, maybe getting to that settling in process and settling down a bit from the adrenaline that was that pregame intro. Shot
left all alone in front, and Ramada take a 2-0 lead here.
And what a find as well. Over the corner there, puck perfectly on the tape. Owen Helm beat in front. And we got a 2-0 score here for Red Deer. 15:49 to go in this first period. You hear the bench door click pretty loud there, and that's going to be a sign that this team wants to get going. The Renegades down 2-0 to begin this game. Only 4 minutes and 11 seconds in.
Lots of time left. Lots of time left.
We've seen the referee point to center ice, and we're going to redo this face-off again. The music went quiet as the instructions went out to both teams to re-line up. And here we go. Settling in for the face-off draw, Caleb McCarthy wins it back now. Nice D-to-D play, but the puck eludes the defender for the Renegades. Bounced up off the boards into the neutral this time. It'll be bounced around. There's the lines official getting in the way a little bit, trying to dance out of the way, and ultimately the Renegades were able to push it down deep into the Red Deer Chiefs zone. Control in behind the net. It's been the perfect shot there. That's a golden opportunity. You got to cash that. As Owen Helm hustling to the bench there. We couldn't even mention it before Red Deer touched up. And we've got a penalty upcoming to Red Deer here for 2 minutes on that sequence that saw the Renegades get their best chance of the hockey game now 5 minutes in.
Well, I think with how this one started tonight, Tyson, this is probably a must-score situation here for the Renegades. Just try to get back into this one.
And you know the message here from the coaching staff for the power play unit is just go out there, work the puck like you normally do. Don't worry about the score, worry about the result. And as long as they get a result here quickly, we've got a game on. And this one's going to be a hot start if they end up scoring on the power play here. So it's Polinelli going to the box for Red Deer, and we'll have the face-off to the left of Brown inside the Red Deer zone. Face-off. We just lost touch there. Sorry, friends. Dealing with a little bit of internet issues here this evening. My apologies. As we're doing the best we can, but obviously inside of the
They get it down now. They get it down now, and Helm will play it off. And the Renegades moving back up, trying to get something. The final 20 seconds of this power play, but the Ramada get it clear, and the Renegades will have to regroup here. 15 seconds to go in the power play. 2-0. The Ramada lead here in the first period.
Yeah,
here's a 2-on-1 chance down low, and just a shot wide.
I'm wondering if we're
and
going to
do it for the Renegades power play.
I'm wondering if we're going to be better off. Maybe some technical changes on my end that I completely forgot about. Again, that tends to happen when you're doing a broadcast. There's always something that gets forgotten, and maybe forgetting to cut the stream quality a little bit to sacrifice, like I said, the kind of issues you run into in an older building. My apologies, Patrick, because they seen a little bit of contact there, and then the puck bouncing around a little bit, and it looks like Red Deer may be comfortable to cover that puck up. Instead, they're going to start out from behind their own net to work on the play-by-play, and at least keeping everybody entertained back home. Appreciate that. You're going to see this one fired to the far side boards, picked up now by the Renegades, fired right in front off the paddle there of Kirsten Brown, and quickly worked out by Red Deer. Good gather there, and waiting in right now. Here's Clark down, backhand, stopped by Helm.
Oh, what a save.
That is one you needed right there, down 2-0. If you're the Crossfield side, I guess I should say RMAA, this kind of conglomerate team of three communities, Crossfield, Carstairs, and Didsbury, as they fire it down deep inside the Red Deer Chiefs territory. 12:08 to go here in this first period of play. A 2-0 score for the Red Deer Chiefs. Tim, if you're still in the chat, if you want to yell at me every so often when I forget to add a goal onto the board, that'd be great. As we get this one going back up to the far side, Red Deer on a missed pass there for the Renegades takes over. Puck comes down near side. Here's a loading opportunity. Leesmer right up over top of the net, but he got a good look at that one. And another breakaway pass for Red Deer as Leesmer cuts it off there, and he's going to backhand out to the far side, misses the pass. It's fired back down, cut off there now by Garrett Black as the puck ends up coming over to the near side. That's a little freaky, when it comes right up along the boards there. And here now is an opportunity to bounce it off the end wall. Leesmer again to the near side. The puck turned over inside the zone. That one was spinning. I had no clue where that one was going to end up. We had a front row seat too, as Troy was trying to keep focus on that one as it took its turn, and there's a big follow through there for Red Deer as they come up with possession inside their own zone. 11:04 to go here in this first period of play. Puck worked up by Red Deer, cross to the far side. Here comes the puck fired down deep inside the Renegades territory. This will be battled along the end wall as the player takes the tumble for the Red Deer Chiefs, and the Renegades able to work it out into the neutral zone. Puck now in possession inside their own territory. The Renegades to the far side. Puck gobbles up on Zach Savoda and ultimately turns into a little bit of a battle there along the blue line. Steered away and quickly worked out by the Renegades. They'll fire, try and put it to the middle. They couldn't quite do it on that one, and now it goes to the far side, picked up by Red Deer, and they'll battle it back to the blue line, just barely out, and now a hustle for the puck here. This one's going to be a race down the wing. Red Deer's winning the battle to the front of the net.
A fantastic defensive play there.
That's a big battle right there.
Jackson Victoria with this need to save the goal right there.
As this one back inside the Red Deer Chiefs territory. Red Deer definitely so far the better of the possession in this game, obviously leading 2-0 to begin things here inside the first 10 minutes gone. Puck's along the near side wall. Red Deer fires out to the far side. Puck tips up, and this one over the line, picked up by Red Deer. Renegades have 4 players back as it comes back now into possession, right to the middle, backhanded towards the net. Never cleanly got through, ended up along the end boards, and Red Deer still maintaining possession as the Renegades really just struggling here early on, I think, just to kind of get grouped up in the defensive zone and get pucks out cleanly, as that one again doesn't quite hit the blade cleanly, but we have a penalty upcoming. And a penalty to the Red Deer Chiefs for slashing. So that'll be Denver Lidgren going to the box for slashing. He'll talk it over with the linesman. We'll have the face-off inside the Red Deer zone. Patrick, I think just to expand on that a little bit, I don't think the play through the neutral zone and through the offensive zone has been near as rough, patchy early on as it has been in the defensive zone for Crossfield, for the RMAA squad so far this evening.
Well, I think the Renegades have had a lot of good sustained pressure down low. They're just struggling to get the chances that Red Deer's been getting, and Red Deer's had some amazing ones. They've already buried a couple. Owen Helms come through with some amazing saves already. This score could easily be higher. But as I said for the last power play, I think this is a must score here for the Renegades. They got to get back into this hockey game. Gave up almost a couple icing calls on the last power play. Didn't get a lot of sustained pressure. So this is something we're definitely going to need to see more here from the Renegades. Sustained pressure and hopefully a goal here on the power play.
So here we go, face off. Worked out by Red Deer. 2-on-2 back the other way. Deep to the middle. Cut off there. A great defensive play there by Micah Ewert. As this will be worked out into the middle now by the Renegade squad as they try to get back inside the offensive zone again. Red Deer so far good on the penalty kill tonight. 1 for 1. And like you said, a must score here for the Renegade squad as they want to get the juices flowing here in the goal scoring department early and often, especially in front of a packed house here in Crossfield this evening. The shot fired towards the net, tipped in front. That's another golden opportunity that just doesn't cash for the Renegade squad. Right in front, tipped through the crease, and there's an early whistle. Or was it? What was that whistle for?
I couldn't tell you because the goalie did not have possession there.
I don't know, maybe I don't see the net being repositioned at all, but either way, there's a stop Jim play as the Renegade squad was batting that one around in
Possibly
front.
the ref lost sight of the puck.
And that's very truthful, as I think you kind of saw only one player knew what was going on there, and honestly didn't quite pan out for the Renegade squad. So here we go, friends. Let's do this again. A face-off, ripped down the ice off the win by the Red Deer Chiefs. We got 8:20 to go here in this first period of play. As a nice drag to the middle there will allow the Renegades to work out of the zone. Is carrying up there. That is Robson Bezjak as he moved that one down deep. The Chiefs will fire the puck. And it's worked all the way back down low to Owen Helm. As so far here, the Renegades power play doing about as much as they did last time around. A couple of chances, but nothing yet to write home about the goal scoring department. Here's Bezjak down the left wing, working in down deep, shovels in front, off the paddle again. And Tristan Brown's had an active paddle in this one to begin this hockey game. Shot blocked in front, then ripped down by Red Deer, and credit to them so far. A great penalty killing effort here to begin tonight's action just 12 minutes in. Here we go. The puck is battling around the boards there. I lost sight of what was going on. What were you pointing to there, Patrick?
Just both goaltenders up. Owen Helm coming out there playing that puck, getting it back up the ice quickly. Seeing two very active goaltenders tonight. And
that's not a bad thing at all for both squads, especially in terms of clock management. You're going to have a little bit more time on the power play if you have a goaltender handling it out there. And right now, the Renegades trying to take advantage of that. A slap shot from the point, just couldn't find a stick in front. As Zach Zavoda was trying to find that one around the middle of the ice. This worked off the boards, chipped out by Red Deer, and picked up once again by Hayden Martin. Puck finds its way back inside the Red Deer zone. 6:54 to go in this first period of play. The Chiefs fire up along the boards, tip it out into the neutral. This one will be worked back 2-on-1. Now a kind of mini 1-on-1 that eventually became the 2-on-1 with the trailer bleeding in. And this one now works off the wall. Shot fired off the front pads of Owen Helm, and this one's back into the far side corner, working around the back of the net. Red Deer looking in the middle. Puck bounces off a Renegades player. Shot fired from the point on the slap shot. Turned aside by Helm. It'll be battled off a stanchion and out in the neutral territory by the Renegades. Red Deer immediately back on it. And like you said, the pace in this one has been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, no goal on that power play for the Renegades, but I think it did give them a little bit of momentum. I think we see them more in this hockey game currently, so let's see if they can get some sustained pressure here going. But I think that power play, despite no goal, did help get them back in this hockey game a bit.
Well, and that's just it. You know, when a team's trying to steal the momentum and keep it going their way like Red Deer has on the special teams tonight so far, every little bit starts building towards, especially when you're only 14 minutes into a hockey game. And that's kind of where we find ourselves. A lot has happened so far tonight here in Crossfield, but we're not even in the last 5 minutes of the first period. Leesmer picks it up for the Renegades. It'll be picked up again now by Balloon. Balloon will fire to the middle. Red Deer can't get the shot through. Quickly steering it to the far side boards in the blue line. Yes, Owen Helm's got 2 against him here early on. Both goalies have turned some very good looking chances in this hockey game.
Excellent goaltending.
And we're in for a treat here if this one keeps up the way it's previewed so far tonight. As a swing behind the net, back in front by the Renegades from the end wall. Red Deer quickly on it, tapping through the neutral, a pass that doesn't collect long, and it'll be fired now back to the blue line as some sticks tidy up, and a nice play there as both sets of players that were battling for that puck kind of end up ultimately colliding in front of the Renegades bench, and they'll be worked to the far side boards on the fire end. Big hit there from Red Deer. Both teams now just slowly trying to methodically get this one around the zone. As we're coming to the near side, as the Renegades seem to appear to have possession of the puck along that near side wall. It's fired to the far side. Here's Red Deer with the puck, working along the wall. Oh, that's another massive collision there. And a shot fired towards the net and misses about 2.5 feet wide on the left-hand side of Brown. Puck possession, opportunity in front, turned aside by Brown again. And Crossfield's now had 2 point-blank opportunities from the slot that Brown's been able to turn aside here with 4 minutes to go in this first period of play. Puck back to the blue line, one-time opportunity, tipped over top of the net. That is one heck of a play right there to wind that one up and get it as laser focused as it was on that puck coming off the boards. But ultimately, Red Deer is able to battle it to the end wall and regain possession inside their own end. 3:41 to go. A horn goes off. That ain't the buzzer to end the period. Somebody's just getting a little, happy. With 2-0 to score here for the Red Deer Chiefs early on in this one. Puck back to the blue line. They'll come now inside the Renegades territory. 7:33. This game's been moving. So this one will go to the far side. Puck back in the middle of the ice here. Picked up by the Chiefs across the line. Here's Martz. Martz leaves it there for Woods. Woods the shot and ultimately drives the player right into the helm. And this is going to cause some chaos here. We're going to pile up along the end wall. And, understandably so, Helm not impressed with that one. We've still got players going. That was a strong drive and a little bit of message sending there from the Red Deer Chiefs, attacking combo of Woods and Martz.
Yeah, Owen Helm got run over pretty good there, and both teams not too happy.
And I think that's about to turn up the intensity on tonight's action. I know it's a 2-0 game, but if you didn't think the Renegades were awake yet, they're about to have another gear found here after Owen Helm takes out rough bump into the crease. So
yeah, if anyone wasn't into this hockey game yet, that should definitely get them going.
It's game on now. We'll have the referees assess things here.
I imagine we'll have a few people headed to the penalty box.
I would assume so. We're going to talk things over here as everybody's trying to get things going. And Lane Leesmer is going to go talk things over with the officials here as we try to figure out what exactly you just watched. Definitely expected some fireworks given the last game I watched, but this one definitely all of a sudden, not really happened out of nowhere. It hasn't been overly across the line yet, and then all of a sudden, Red Deer Chiefs drive the net, pile into Helm, and it was game on.
Yeah, it didn't look too contentious until that play, and now it looks like we might have a bit of an angry one here tonight. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see a few players in the box here at least to begin. I think we have coincidentals for 2 players, so we should be, by the looks of it, skating 5-on-5 as far as we understand, as long as everything's understood here that was just 2 offsetting roughing after the whistle minors.
Yeah, from the looks of it, it looks like it's just going to be evened up here.
Sweet. Well, that's good news, or maybe for the fireworks department, maybe not good news. We'll see what the shift after that has to say about that. We're going to get things going, and Liam Leesmer will go. And as the loudspeaker presents us some sponsors, Patrick, would you like to read off our pamphlet we got handed to us here this evening? Kind of some of the folks stepping up to donate in support of Kirsten's place this evening.
Well, we've got Snyder Ridge Contracting, the Lions Club from Didsbury, Madden and Airdrie, Carmen's, Wildcat Coffee Company, Pixie Dust Parties, the Elks,
the Crossfield Elks.
Crossfield Elks, the Independent Grocers, Town and Country Plumbing, Real Canadian Superstore, RME.
Not standing for Rocky Mountain Equipment, in case you're unfamiliar. That one's a little difficult to read, but it's Rael Walker with Quest Realty. I know that one well. We had Owen Helm teaching us that one the other day.
There we go.
The other one is Farm Table.
I can read that one.
And I'll let you finish the last 3 on the bottom there.
And right, we got Madden AG Society, Connect First Credit Union, and Mega Dollar.
So I'd like to, of course, for those of you watching back home that have stuck with us through the technical difficulties, at least to start, I'd like to thank you absolutely for tuning in to Dolynny TV. I would say we can't do this one without you tonight. Obviously, your support along on the live stream is greatly appreciated for being inside the rink tonight. But I will say we can absolutely not do tonight's live stream. This is where I'm going with this point, without Lock End Energy Services. They stepped up in perhaps the largest way anyone possibly could this evening for us to be live to you back home. I know the stream, by all accounts, hasn't been perfect so far, but for Lock End Energy Services to do what they've done to at least allow us to get something out to you is absolutely incredible, and I want to say hats off to them for stepping up and allowing us to sit here and yammer away while you watch hockey this evening on a Saturday night. Like I said, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No, thank you very much. Like I said, for everything tonight, it's an absolute honor and a privilege to be here, and thank you to everyone who made this possible.
And I mean, to see the Pete Knight Memorial Arena this packed of a house on a Saturday night, for those of you watching back home that might be a regular subscriber of the channel, you know that the Oilers are playing here in about 22 minutes. So kind of one of those situations where at this point, we're just grateful for everybody spending their time here on the stream, but everybody that's packed in here for the fundraiser tonight. It means the world to have you aboard here in the stands. For those of you watching on the replay of this live stream, but also to have you on the live stream this evening is truly an honor, and we're just grateful to be a part of such a special fundraising event here in Crossfield this evening. So we're still trying to sort this one out, I think, as Troy points the camera to us. Patrick, I'll ask you right now, as we've kind of gone through the details, thoughts on the first period so far, and I guess maybe the referee's purposely taking a little bit of time here to calm things down after the little kerfluffle along the end wall in the Renegade zone.
Well, it's been high energy, fast paced. It's a 2-0 lead for the Chiefs right now, but this game could be very easily a blowout at this point. Owen Helm has been fantastic. Tristan Brown at the other end, just as good. It's been a fantastic hockey game so far, and I just love that we're only 17 minutes into it.
Well, that's just it. You know, when I was figuring out that we're going to be standing on this scaffolding all night, I'm like, oh, that's a scary challenge. I stand on concrete all day. The old back's not as great as it used to be. Well, let me tell you something. when you're moving along this great and you got this great of a hockey game and you're having as much fun as we are, you don't even realize you're standing. So that's something that doesn't happen often during a hockey game, and quite privileged to have the stands we're standing on tonight, because originally we were going to try pack all three of us in one stand. And
I'm glad we did not do that.
Yeah, considering the laptop's doing what it's doing over there running the broadcast, there wouldn't have been much room for Troy and his camera. Either which way, you're good, you're good. He's smiling at me. He heard his name, but didn't know what I said. Face off inside the Renegade zone. We're 5-on-5. We're back to action. As things kind of maybe not diffused, as Shan ended up getting a little run there from McCarthy right off the face-off, and the Renegades able to clear it down into the Red Deer Chiefs zone. The Ramada Chiefs out from behind their own net, just barely, I mean barely eluded Meyer. And it ends up back inside Crossfield zone, and somebody's hitting the boards with a little authority, and there we go. The shot fired down low, tipped in front, battled along the end wall. The Chiefs were able to pick up. 2.5 to go in what is now a 2-0 hockey game for the Red Deer Chiefs. Lismer back along the end wall. He'll tip it to the far side. This one's picked up and worked out in the neutral zone. Again, there's McCarthy, who's had a good chance in this hockey game already of moving from the outside inside and trying it again, but a nice physical play there along the wall from Asher Gregory, able to keep him at bay for now. 2:02 to go in this first period. Another puck to the middle here for the Renegades. This time they pass it off, and this will go along the end wall into that corner where both teams battling for the puck. It's ripped up to the blue line. The shot from the point blocked immediately back. The Renegades tipped in front, and that was a good-looking tip that just ends up missing wide on the far side. 1:42 to go in the first period now as we wind down what's been a good period of hockey so far here at the Pete Knight Memorial Arena in Crossfield. Picked up, wrapped in front.
Next shift.
5 to go. The slap shot winds up. That one turned aside by Brown. He dives on it in behind the net and ultimately covers up with $1:21 to go here in this first period of play. 2-0 the score this evening, as we've got 41 of you watching back home as we continue to fight the old building issues. As a shot fired, save made again. And this is starting to get to the point where I know we talk about it at the NHL level. Face off, face off, face off. Let's do it again. And we'll do her one more time here as this one comes up, kicked back to the point. The shot up on net. And I mean, that was knocked down out of midair there by Cooper Snyder and just missing wide, popping that one down. Here's the move to the middle of the boards. It's worked back by Red Deer, ultimately to the neutral zone. Cut off there, and the Renegades try to fire it in, but a body check able to free man from puck, and the Red Deer Ramada Chiefs able to come up with it in their own zone. Lieberg comes in there and leans on a man, and this one will come up back into the zone, and that will allow Red Deer in behind their own net to come up with it. Lieberg, though, is going to have to make a quick play. That one cut off by the Renegades. 38 seconds to go in the first period. Red Deer's really struggling to get out of their own zone. I mentioned earlier in the game, it was the Renegades that was having the same issue. Well, here we are, 30 seconds to go. The Red Deer Chiefs can't get out, and the Renegades keeping them hemmed in to finish off this first period. It's going to be a 2-on-1 hustling back. Sheriff Flulin able to make it another 2-on-1, maybe down low, and now we got a little bit of cross-checking going on in front. Some penalties being called here, and it looks like we're going to have Ruben Spady head to the box for his cross-checks against Lucas Liebig in front of Owen Helm as that puck just meandered around the end wall. So you got that camera on me fast. I don't know what to do with as I'm bending down over here, but yeah, obviously a good hockey game thus far. 2-0 for the Red Deer Chiefs. Crew come out onto the ice to bids for the crew come out onto the ice to bids for the Jersey auction. This one will be fun. You've ever kind of seen how things work in the rodeo world? You get a little taste of it here. The cowboy hat on the ice kind of adds to that one.
1300. 13. 14. 14.
Period. As I was saying, we're looking to get back into this one, down 2-0 after one, but both sides showing their best so far. The Renegades, I think we're getting that momentum going. This game can go either way for sure, and hopefully keeps even a great start to this hockey. Hopefully we can have another strong second period. How are we looking there, Tyson?
I don't know. It keeps telling me it's reconnected, then it tells me it's disconnected. I don't know what's going on back there, but we at least hopefully got something going on in that first period that was able to get everybody connected back home. You're good? You're reconnected? Okay, perfect. I don't know my hockey game, and the Red Deer Chiefs just a little bit better in that first period, and that's not necessarily cause for concern yet for the Renegades who, well, let's just say they had a pretty strong start to tearing is what I was hearing in the audience the other game I was here. So looks like we're reconnected on the stream. Sorry for that, folks back home that we're trying to watch. As I said, it's been a night fighting the difficulties. Just again, things aren't ever 100% perfect when you're in a situation set up like we are, but we're battling through. Again, for those of you watching back home, again, you're watching the live jitters get out while it's live. So, Patrick, what do we know going into that second period outside of the power play? Is there any one thing you can identify in the Renegades game or in the Chiefs game that could possibly turn this one on a dime entering the second period?
Well, I think it's the Renegades getting more quality chances. We've seen Tristan Brown, as you mentioned a few times, getting his stick into lanes. They're not getting clean opportunities. They've missed on a couple of great ones. I think if the Renegades can get more sort of clear shots on goal, don't allow Tristan Brown to get his stick on the puck, we can see this one turn in a hurry, get some passes down low, try to get that empty net, get Brown moving side to side. They might be able to generate some more opportunities that way, but we've seen a lot of sustained pressure from the Renegades in that period. I think they've done it better than the Chiefs tonight. The Chiefs have been more opportunistic, but I think the Renegades have had the better zone time. We can't see it here, but I'd love to know what the shot clock is currently sitting at, because like I said earlier, these two goaltenders have been putting on a show tonight, and I'd love to be able to compliment them on the shot total, but can't see it. But yeah, I think sustained pressure, keeping the puck away from Tristan Brown's stick will definitely help the Renegades in the second period.
Well, my friend, I might have somebody that has the shot total for us. Oh man, there we go. Not sure if I spelled that right.
Okay, so we may have a shot total incoming.
We might be able to get something there. Anyway, we got $1.52 to go in the power play, and I do want to take a second again, friends. With that jersey auction, I don't know if you caught it during the intermission or not, live on the replay here, but we had an opportunity to watch back a moment that raised another $1,600 for Kirsten's place. We were already entering tonight's action, probably well over $5,000 is what we figured. So you math that out, we're somewhere north of $7,000 right now. $7,000 that this U15A Renegade squad has put together to donate to a cause that's going to be an integral piece of community support in Olds and the surrounding area. And the fact that, right, all this came together the way it did, and the stands were packed, it is just so incredible to see. And I mean, they talk about the support of small towns, they talk about small town Alberta a lot in terms of how generous they are, but again, $1,600 for a jersey in a 5-minute auction in the first period of a hockey game that the home team is not even winning. That's where we're going with that.
It's a fantastic community event. Keep repeating it, but I think it's worth repeating. Just to see these people come together tonight as a community, raise this funds for such an important cause. It's wonderful to see.
Well, and now you've also got a situation where you got a good hockey game going on. You've had a lot of effort put forward by the boys on the bench right below us here in the RMAA Purple tonight to go out there and be difference makers in the community. And tonight now, you know what? You got 40 minutes. You got a hockey game to focus on. The fun stuff is over. You're not walking out to the fog and smoke in the second period. It's game on now for these guys. And I think, as you know, in minor hockey, things go up and down as momentum shifts on drastic scales sometimes. And I think it's going to be really exciting for the home side fans here in this second period to see exactly what the RMAA squad's got for them in a second period that you thought the first was good. We're about to see another level, I think.
Well, as I was mentioning earlier, that late animosity, I think, is really going to get both sides fired up here for a strong second period. The Chiefs looking for another big kill, their third straight of the night, and the Renegades looking to break that streak, get a power play goal early, and 2-1, we'd have a brand new hockey game here.
You know, you look back on it and you start thinking about it, and obviously what's been a solid game from both contenders so far. And we'll see what ultimately sticks out here in this, what will be second period of play.
Yeah. Well, I think we get to with shot total just how often, because we're thinking more saves for Tristan Brown than we're probably seeing just because of his active goalie stick, right?
That's just it, yeah.
So, like, you're not getting credit for saves on that one, but Tristan Brown probably close to 20 saves, I would say, in that first period with how often he got his stick in the way of golden opportunities.
It just seemed like that. Everything coming out from behind the net or everything trying to be funneled across his crease down low, he seemed to be touching, or I don't even know if, you know, from our angle, we can't see it perfectly. I don't know if he touched even most of them, but just that stick in the lane, that
disruption.
Yeah, might not be there normally, you know? Here we go. 2 pucks fired on the ice, all the way into the far side corner. Don't know where those came from, but they were absolutely throwing down there with authority. And we will see the Red Deer Chiefs hit the ice here in Crossfield again to get going for this, what is now second period of play. As you got an old-time hockey song, and Sandman rocking things right now. As we'll get things going. Red Deer side gets loud, gets proud for their boys in the red, black, and white. As we'll get it going here. The lines and the referees back on the ice. The RMAA squad as Owen Helm goes to take position on the far side of the ice this time. You're going to see RMAA up close and personal here in this second period of play. And when I say up close and personal, let's not take any pucks to the head here. That's it's a little unnerving being about 4 feet off the top of the glass up in the air, but we'll survive.
I know I've got the big target on my neck, but I prefer no pucks up there.
We'll see what ultimately comes of it. That's all I can promise you. I wish I could make it better, but I can't. Well, friends, nets are fluffed out. 20 minutes to go. We'll see what the second period has for us, eh?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Both goaltenders get set in their crease here, and we're just about ready to drop the puck for hopefully another exciting period of hockey.
The referees converge on the timekeeper's box, drop off the extra puck, and here we go. Let's do the face off the center ice. Skating in. We're going to see what happens. They'll take the draw against picks of the Red Deer Chiefs. Goal. Benches are up with the stick tops, and here we go. Let's get her back in the way. Puck to the far side. This will be fired along the boards there by Mikey Ewers, and he'll get it down to a Red Deer Chiefs player who fired it off some skates, tipped in front, or maybe not, I don't know. Puck ended up in the glove of Tristan Brown either which way, and we'll have a face-off just 13 seconds in. What are you smiling about?
Tristan Brown getting a little attitude there. I can see behind the goalie mask. Be great to see. You'll love to see it.
All right, well, let's keep
a little tripping there on the ice.
On the backhand. He gets into the kitchen of Brown, and here we go again. A little bit of action on the ice as things continue along here. We take a moment to realize that things are disconnected on the stream once battling it tonight. It's all good. It's a cold Saturday night out there as well. That might be playing a little bit with our internet. It's been a while since I've had to throw an internet box outside in -20, so Bear with us, nice and cold there against the RMAA squad. 19:01 to go. We're already zipped, a minute gone, and we just got back on the way back. Let's see what we got going here. It'll be drawn into the face-off dot. Denver Lidgren wins the drawback. The shot by Wollongong fires down low. Will end up going off the wall, fired out by the RMAA squad. Back onto the tape of the Red Deer Chiefs. A pass across that was absolutely snapped there by Red Deer. It goes bouncing along the end wall, and the Renegades fire it through the middle of the ice, take a player down, and ultimately come up with the puck again on the bobble play. Here's a breakout chance. That one misses the tape. Chasing after it, nice and tall as Wogelmuth gets back just in time to clean up that puck and get the icing.
Yeah, frustrated Renegades group there with another icing on the power play here. Still 29 seconds to go, but that's a pair of icing calls once again that's taking away from their power play time and a chance to get back in this hockey game.
Well, Braxton Sandcock didn't really give anything less than all he had there. He was hustling down for that icing call and just missed it by a step. So with 23 seconds to go, the Renegades again trying to get this power play in gear. And instead it'll come off the boards, fired through the middle. That puck will miss, and a nice stick there by Woods might have accidentally gave the RMAA squad a chance. Instead, turned up along the wall. The Red Deer Chiefs able to come up with it, fired off the stanchion again, and back all the way down to Owen Allen. This one bouncing off the boards, picked up there, tipped by Allen. Allen will just got it into the Renegade zone. Penalty now over to the Red Deer Chiefs. Puck goes up off the netting, out of play, goal reset. And look at those kids hustle after that puck as well. Fast and like lightning.
And unfortunately, that's 0 for 3 now for the Renegades here tonight on the power play.
Well, and that's where you've said it all along, right? The power play. It seems like it's a must score. It seems like it's a must score. And the longer you let that run, the more the Red Deer Chiefs are going to just feed off that and allow themselves to build momentum every time they go to the box. This one, back to the point, shot fired down low, off the end wall. It'll be tapped there by the Renegades. 17:44 to go in the second period. That puck's just rolling around somewhere in the zone as it goes behind the net, picked up by the Renegades again. There again, kind of similar struggles to the first period there early on where they just couldn't cleanly get out of their own end. Carry now along the left wing, through the middle, and across the line, down to the face-off dot, pass misses Ewert, and they'll come back the other way here as here comes Allen. Allen skating through the middle for the Chiefs. He'll deep to the outside, try and get this one going along the end wall. There's a workout over the corner and taken by himself. Allen trying to fire that one down.
It's a good Liam Neeson movie. Took him.
I would tell you, Mr. Chris Durham would have an absolute freak out if I were ever to be caught saying that one on television. What a chance there. And I think your reaction said it all. I didn't need to say anything.
Fantastic glove save there from Tristan
Brown continues to
He has
pile
been
up
outstanding
the saves.
tonight.
Face off, near side. It'll be again McCarthy. Coming into the face-off dot, one there. Shot goes into the corner. It'll be up along the wall now. Backhanded down low. This again. Oh my goodness. How many times can you slap a puck along the same 12 feet of board? Well, we just about found out there. And obviously, when we're watching that, that scares me a little bit because if that puck flips up on edge, it's coming right up into our grills. And this puck's still bouncing around the Red Deer zone. Nobody able to get a hold of it cleanly here. Puck's still not under possession, and Red Deer's again going to turn it over down deep. Here chasing after to Sandcock. Sandcock's trying to get in there. He throws the body, staples the man along the boards. Again, the puck's still bouncing around on Red Deer. Kept in one more time here by the RMAA squad. And there we go. They finally turned the tables on Red Deer, and you'll like to see it. The shot fired there by Martz, blocked in front. 16 minutes to go in this second period of play. And Martz once again comes up with it, feeds it in front, the opportunity, and there you go. Tristan Brown with the glove save. Owen Helm answers right back.
Yep, some good chances there for the Chiefs. They've been amazing on the penalty kill tonight. I've mentioned it every time that the Renegades must score, but give the Chiefs a ton of credit. They've been amazing on the penalty kill, and their best penalty killer, Tristan Brown, tonight.
Well, and here we have it. We'll have the face-off to Owen Helm's left. As we're back underway, Wolgamuth at the point. He'll bobble that puck. It ultimately leads to a puck coming to the near side boards. Red Deer quickly on it. Turned back there by the Renegades. Again on it. Backhand on Helm. Kicked aside. That was a good chance. You were shaking your boots there a second. And now this one across the line. Offside if the Renegades touch it. It won't be. And we'll have the Renegades come up with it in their own zone. Is that there is Jack McCormick beating it over the near side. Redlowski, a hard body into Hayden Morton, kept the Renegades at bay, trying to transition through the neutral. A bounce off the boards, ends up on the Chiefs' stick. It'll be bounced there again and tapped down this time by the Renegades inside the Chiefs' zone. Big battle along the end wall ensues as it comes out in front, picked up by Morton. Morton has it stolen away by Redlowski, who didn't realize, and then Putke gets in there, and all kinds of traffic ended up just battling this puck around before ultimately Redlowski is the one to come away with it. Down the left wing inside the Renegade zone. Puck's going to be let out back inside the neutral as Redlowski, never mind, he's got her one more time. Helm wisely lets that go up over top. That could have been dangerous if he incorrectly knocked that down. 14:33 to go in this second period of play. Puck's bouncing around along the end wall again. You know, we kind of lose it in that corner, and it kind of makes it hard when it comes out. As this will be picked up and fired by the Renegades along that wall loosely as Red Deer chooses to go for the hit instead of the puck, and that allows the Renegades to maintain possession inside the zone as that one just continues to roll around. And this one is going to go battling there along the corner. Allen comes up with it. Everybody yelling for the line change. Out comes Micah Ewert immediately onto the puck, and I've been told he likes to work. He likes to really dig in, and right there's the prime example. That right, almost guilty of a hook, and Owen Helm! To take that one home.
Owen Helm! That's got to be the save of the game right there. Absolutely robbing the Chiefs with another amazing glove save. Puck bounced on him a little, but he keeps it under control. This one stays 2-0, thanks to a fantastic save.
And that one kind of handcuffed him at first, bounces in the air like you said, and he grabs it out of midair where, you know what happens when pucks hit the goalie and it goes in the air. There's a little bit of a rainbow effect sometimes. Not such a good thing.
Not always gold at the end of that rainbow either.
13:46 to go. Here in this second period to play, the shot ripped towards the net, walked in front, and I can hear a little bit of, I don't know, some kind of stereo chatter in my voice there. That's a shot fired on, turned aside by Brown. And that one, as we keep things going here, the puck rattling around the far side boards. Patrick, I'm regretting misplacing my tea this afternoon. I can already feel it in the voice. This one's across the line, and that's going to allow Leesmer, who just kind of stole it away there from Sheriff Full in Real Woods, who just throws the hit, allows the Chiefs to in. And you see the frustration here on the RMAA squad bench as they're just trying to get something going. The one-touch pass, look at that breakaway opportunity, in on goal. Losing the handle was Garrett Black. But what a find from the far side corner inside their own zone. Here's Black again, the shot fired. Save made by Brown. Picking it up as McCarthy fired in front. Goes off the body and wide. And here now the Renegades turning up the pressure inside the Red Deer Chiefs zone. This is their first real crack this period of getting things rolling. And a couple of glorious chances. Marks takes a hit along the wall. Shot fired down. Couldn't get the tip off McCarthy. Marks have tangled up there. Black, and that puck ultimately escapes his own, but there you have it. That's a good-looking offensive zone shift.
That was just so unfortunate. Just rolled off his stick there just before he put it in the net.
So here we go.
A couple sustained chances there after.
11:40 to go in this second period of play, and the Renegades, well, they awoke on that shift. I was saying frustration was setting in while they took it out definitely towards the net of Tristan Brown. The line that was out there earlier, Black, McCarthy, and of course Jack McCormick still on the ice here on this shift. So now Red Deer an opportunity if they can get by, and that might be a little bit of tripping call or was that a clipping call? I'm not 100% sure. The indication from the referee not 100% clear on my eye line, but that will be going to the box there, I think.
I believe that's Hayden Morton.
Hayden Morton, okay. There we go.
Power play here for the Chiefs and a chance to take a commanding 3-0 lead on the power play. Very important kill for the Renegades here.
That's just it. The Renegades have faced some special teams that they've needed to score on. They need a goal to stay off the board for the next 2 minutes here, and preferably the rest of the way through this second period. So, lining up, Lidgren will take the draw for Red Deer. One onto the tape of the RMAA squad, wheeling and dealing and firing down the ice. There the puck goes, all the way down. Brown, of course, actively trying to come out and play that puck. Couldn't quite do it. A nice, smart play there by Hubert. Takes a hop off Stanton. Ewart fires the puck. And that one, again, that told me I was turning to you to talk about it. This one now, the Chiefs getting going. Puck up the ice to Lidgren. Lidgren across the line down the left wing. Big collision there. Separates Lidgren from the puck. And then Lidgren gets taken down and thrown there. All right, don't see that every day, but keep going as Wogelmuth will pick up the puck and fire it to the blue line. As here we go. Here's that. Ewart trying to get going in a positive direction. Just skated to the inside by Gregory. And here's Wogelmuth onto the blue line. He tips it in, and things ratcheted up like I told you they might here in this second period, and I'm quite enjoying this. I don't know about you.
Absolutely, and some fantastic penalty killing here from the Renegades, although the Chiefs with some opportunities here now.
As there's
with 50 seconds to go here in the power play for the Chiefs.
Well, there you go. That fantastic penalty killing comes up again. One more time for the Renegades as this puck will go in behind the net. Picked up, the Chiefs will restart the power play with 40 seconds remaining. Flip pass across to the far side. The Chiefs looking to make the play across the line. They do. Across the line with Lowski. Trying to get this one down deep. He does. And this one will come back now for the Chiefs. Looking to come out from behind the net. Things slow down for what seems like the first time all period. Puck in the middle of the ice. Batting around. Save made by Helm. Tapped away. I think the Chiefs were a little unfortunate there. They tapped the puck the wrong way in front, and then kick the puck away from themselves to Sheriffville. As this one coming back along the far side wall. 1 second, penalty is over. We're back to the side. Allen's got the puck. He'll dangle around. The shot coming, fired up over top. And you looked at that. Owen Helm looked that one off quick. And here comes 3-on-1 back the other way. The Renegades. Penalty killing effort. Shot fired. Misses just wide of the ground squad. This one will come back into the neutral zone. Yeah, I actually noticed the shot on net this time. Here we go.
Well, a massive kill there for the Renegades, and they come back with a great opportunity at the end of that penalty kill. Another amazing save there from Kirsten Brown.
I think that one might have, I think you're right, might have caught just the outside of his glove as it kind of rolled to the far side of the net. Here's another opportunity for the Renegades. Cut off in the middle. 8:18 to go, or 8:18 on the clock here. I'm looking at the wrong clock. 8:29 to go, my pardon. As this one will be picked up by the Red Deer Chiefs along the far side wall. A player loses and skates right there in front of us. And we're going to have a stoppage in play, because I believe the puck came out of the...
I believe it hit the netting, yeah.
So we'll have a stoppage there, but with 363 of you tuning in so far on the live stream, thank you so much. Our goal tonight was 250, so be able to right back home. We're already at 363 with our technical difficulties. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I want to take a quick moment to appreciate and send a huge thanks out to Town & Country Plumbing and Lock End Energy Services for allowing us to be here tonight, broadcasting to those of you back home. I know it hasn't been perfect, but it's been something, and that's really all that counts on a special night like tonight. 8:09, we have the icing from the Red Deer Chiefs. I think, Patrick, to say, this one's lived up to the billing so far, hasn't it?
Oh, fantastic hockey game tonight. It's only 2-0, but that's because Owen Helm, Kirsten Brown has delivered some fantastic goaltending here tonight.
And that's the thing. Owen Helm beat early and often in that first period, but then all of a sudden, once that early part went away, things settled down, and it's been a goaltending clinic since. Opportunity in front now. Look at this. Right to the middle. Puck in front. Can't get it through. I believe that was in front. Oh, let's not worry about that. Here's Hicks. The shot. Up goal scores. 3-0 for Red Deer. That was a battle all the way from in front of ground, down the ice to that puck line just 10 seconds earlier. If Jack McCormick was able to get that cleanly in front of ground, this is a game of chances so far tonight. Red Deer's able to cash, but we got 7:33 to go, and the Renegade squad still hungry. They have not given up attacking despite what the score has said all night.
We got a lot of hockey left. A lot of hockey left.
Patrick, you want to take over there for a second?
All right, so we got the Renegades with the puck down low in their own zone, looking to work it up. They have it at center ice. Trying to work it deep into the Chiefs zone. They keep it in at the blue line, but the Chiefs recover, and we got to battle for it here at center.
Well, here we go. Let's let the Renegades get this one back in. It'll come across the line just barely. The Chiefs fire back out to Morton. Morton over to Leesmer, and we'll have a little bit more stick chatter here at the bench as this one taps in. Lundmark able to get it to the far side in support of Clark. Nice battle one there for the Renegades, and then out of the leave with Shan throwing the hit, kind of separating again the puck, and here's Palinelli firing down and firing it home. 4-0 for the Chiefs. And there you go.
Back-to-back highlight reel goals for the Chiefs there. No chance for a helm on either of those ones. Those are perfectly placed shots.
That's exactly what we were skate spot to get. So
well,
this one's going into.
Yeah. Just gonna say, like you were mentioning it, the frustration you could see in the Renegades. They were stepping their game up, and these two goals here coming back to back, just of course adds to the frustration. And you feel bad for them because it looked like they were fighting their way back into this hockey game. So to find themselves down now 4-0 after back-to-back highlight reel goals for the Chiefs. Let's just hope we can see something happen here for the Renegades.
Well, I was going to say, don't speak too soon. It's the nice play there off the face-off by Garrett Black, trying to find the puck off the pad and get the tap in at the side of the net. Almost got us to a 4-1 score. So the Renegades knew exactly what they were going to do coming out of that timeout, got a chance on net. And now they get an offensive zone face-off to do exactly what you said, get back in this game. Face-off for McCarthy.
A goal or two for the Renegades here could change things real fast. So let's see what happens.
That's just it. At this level, like I said, there's so many different moments in a hockey game. There's so many different swings. And if the Renegades get going, the Chiefs have played a perfect game so far. So you got to think. This one fired out by Gregory. And what I say by you got to think if the Renegades, they call the timeout, they get a quick one here, all of a sudden maybe that seed of doubt creeps into the Chiefs' mind, especially for Tristan Brown, who, I don't want to say it, I'm not going to be that guy, but you get where I'm going. He's been good so far tonight, good and great, all on the same line. And there's a big hit level along the blue line. You get one, suddenly the belief is there. It looks like we're going to have Brown hustling the bench, as the Renegades once again will have to go to the penalty kill, as Palinelli is trying to have some other say on that one. Right in front of Radlowski, Palinelli drags off the post as this game slowly but surely getting kind of out of control here for the Renegades. Puck's funneled to Owen Helms, 5:26 to go.
Well, this is a frustrating penalty for the Renegades to take here. It's the last thing they needed, so they're going to need a really big kill here to keep this game 4-0.
5:26 to go in this second period. And obviously the timeout, you got the chance immediately on net, off the face-off at center ice, and now you're on the penalty kill. You kill this. Now all of a sudden you start believing a little bit more, right? You get those juices flowing back in a positive direction. What can happen here for the Renegades over the next 5:26 in this second period? Puck worked out immediately by the good work there of Jack McCormick. He's going down in the corner. He's taken down kind of rather perfectly by the Chiefs defender. That was as good of an opportunity to avoid boarding as you possibly can, right? Kind of tucked over top of him, took him down from on top as opposed to the side. Here's the shot on the power play. Snared by Owen Helm, and that's going to get Patrick going. Big save right there on the penalty kill.
If you guys haven't noticed yet, I love big plays by the goaltenders, and they've been amazing tonight. And that is another fantastic glove save there for Owen Helm.
Well, and we continue to see, yes, right, as you said, despite the troubles faced by Helm early in that first period, and then ultimately the 2 goals bang bang here in the second, he's had a steady night, making the saves that his team expects him to make. Here's Allen at the point, working back to the blue line. The shot fired through traffic, misses wide, and that was a good-looking opportunity from the point that had the seeing eye. And this will come back to the blue line now. Here's Allen again, battling it off the boards, chipping out to center ice. How you holding up there, Troy? Battling through. A lot right there was Woods taking a big whack at I think Mike Ewart, who came on the bench a little hot there, as this one will be worked back by Woods. Through the neutral zone, Woods firing along, fires the shot up off the shoulder. Don't know where that puck went. A little play apparently, and we'll have it stopped right there.
Yeah, I lost it as well.
Yeah, that's been the struggle here tonight, right? Is for the Renegades, they were down 2-0 before the game truly got underway. And then all of a sudden, you know, you were building momentum in that second period. You're now down 4-0 again.
It was really unfortunate timing for those goals. As we were saying, they were just building up that momentum and just a couple backbreaker goals, but we still got 24 minutes to go here. Let's see what the Renegades can come up with.
Well, and hey, let's not joke. We've already killed off that puck 25 of the power play here for the Red Deer Chiefs, so things looking positive. Kicked out by Owen Helm on that shot. Steered aside, kicked again, glove down, nets off, saves. When I say saves, saves made, 3:52 to go in the second period. And right now, you know what, Owen Helm's got 4 goals against, but he is keeping the Renegades in here. Kick save, glove save after each other.
The Renegades have not had a goaltending problem here tonight. Owen Helm has been outstanding for them tonight. The score could easily be higher. Just at the other end, Tristan Brown's just been that one step better, but both goaltenders have looked fantastic here tonight.
Here's Shan tapping it into the far side corner. Valen will get it to the middle again. Renegades tap it out. Shot fired down. And this will be picked up this time by Robson Bezjak, who fires up off the boards. Great penalty killing job to find an open space along the boards, bang it out. And this one comes now back into the middle of the ice. Kletke got it there, cut off, and that will do it for the penalty for the Renegades. So there you go. Build that momentum, slowly but surely. And, you know, make ground doubt it a little bit here. As the shot fired off the back of one of the Red Deer Chiefs players. It'll be picked up, and here comes Sheriff Poulin for the Chiefs. He's up along the wall, fired towards the net, goes wide. As this will be, again, tapped towards the middle. And a play there almost worked out for the Chiefs. Kind of a little pinball redirection. And it's still working out for the Chiefs in behind the net as Leesmer can't get that puck free. And ultimately it will come back into the middle of the ice as this one is fired to Leesmer, and he blocked it, gets it out to the neutral zone, coming up with it. Here come the Renegades, backhand towards the middle, couldn't find Hubert in the middle. And again, this will be Palinelli coming up with this puck. Looks like Red Deer has taken a hooking call. You killed the penalty, you get the power play. What's that old line you've been telling me all night?
I think the Renegades have to score on this one.
Well, here we go. Let's see if they can. It is a 4-0 score here. 2:32 to go in this second period. And I see Troy using the cuffs of his sweater to keep his hands warm. I'm feeling that as well. You got your hands in your pocket. You're not worried about nothing. I'm out here freezing. Troy's out here freezing. Puck's fired towards the net off the draw. We're fine. We're dandy. It's down all the way to Owen Helm. We got 2:25 to play in the second period. $1:51 to go. And I mean, Crossfield's a warmer rink compared to some of those ones out there. But the players can see their breath on the ice right now. It's mighty cold outside in, what is it, November 30th. Shot fired, save made by Brown. I don't want to be in here on the -40 night, and I'm thankful I've never been. We are rocking and rolling along. 2 minutes to go in the second period. 4-0 the score for Red Deer. Friends, welcome aboard. If you're just tuning in or retuning in, Tyson Aldney joined alongside Patrick Phillips. Troy's over in the camera bay. We got things rolling for this hockey game. Hicks in the draw there for the Red Deer Chiefs. Ultimately won back that time by the Renegades. The shot fired through traffic. Hit up high on Hubert. and he'll backhand in front. Here's another opportunity. That one from Braxton Sandercock. Couldn't get it through cleanly. Fired down the ice, and the Red Deer Chiefs, right on time, get the clear out of the zone. Leesemer picks it up inside his own end for the Renegades. He'll carry up the wall, and that's a nice move to the outside. 4-on-2, 4-on-3 now with the trailer coming in for the Red Deer Chiefs, and ultimately the carry loses momentum for the Renegades. Buck 30 to go in this second period. Work up along the far side wall. Again, the carry into the zone, turned back by a hard check there for the Red Deer Chiefs. They'll go chasing behind their own net, but this one's going to come up maybe fruitful for the Renegades. The shot short side, blocked in front. Shand off the post that time now. In behind the net, still working. Puck trying to fire to the middle of the ice. Active stick, cut off ground, shot fired for
What a blast from the point. I was getting Evan Bouchard vibes on that one. A bomb. The Renegades finally break that goose egg. It's 4-1.
The Spady special makes it 4-1 for the Renegades. And you hear that, the belief on the bench right here, right now. Let's get another one before the period's up and done. What a shot there for Ruben Spady. Ends up in the back of the net. And we've got a 4-1 score. Face off the center ice, one back by the Chiefs as they try and wheel and deal. And there's a power play goal for you, by the way, my friend.
There we go.
As the Renegades, what was that, 4th, 5th try of the game, get it going. Icing call against the Chiefs. And you see this, you're looking down, same as me. The belief on the bench here for the Renegades has just picked up immensely.
Yeah, everyone's on their feet, hanging over the boards. They want to get on for the next shift. They want to keep this one going. We got 51 seconds left. If the Renegades make this 4-2 before the end of the second, I will not be surprised.
Face off down as it's one back by the Chiefs. And I swear it's getting colder in here by the minute. My goodness, thank goodness the computer's working as hard as it is. Another icing call against the Red Deer Chiefs. 42.4 to go. All of a sudden, you killed the penalty, got a power play, scored the PP goal. You've got back-to-back icings. You got 45-ish seconds to go. And you've got 2 straight face-offs inside the Red Deer Chiefs zone. Here's McCarthy for the draw. One forward. McCarthy tried to tap that one through. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a pick there on Wolvermuth trying to push it forward. Here's Woods inside his own zone for the Chiefs. Fired up through the neutral. Marks misses the puck and then tries to go straight through. And how about that? A third straight icing as Marks continues to work over Spady a bit there.
Well, I think the Chiefs just trying to survive the end of this second period. A lot of pressure here from the Renegades. They've got a goal. It's those 5 little words you mentioned. All you need is one.
Yep.
And the Renegades got that one. Looking for number 2 here with 27 seconds to go in the second.
Here's Caleb McCarthy once more in the face-off dot for the Renegades. And we will have the lines official quickly wipes that draw off. And it looks like Marks will come in and take the face-off dot for the Red Deer Chiefs. Face-off down, one back by the Renegades. It'll be fired up off the body into the corner. We got about 20 seconds to go here. Renegades have to work quick. 17 as it continues along the board here. It'll be worked back now to McCormick. And McCormick's still battling that. Jack McCormick's still trying to come away with it. And that, with Marks coming through the middle and ultimately taking the extra work there from Morton, should do it with the save from Helm for the second period.
Well, what a second period it was. The Renegades getting back in this one. A beautiful late power play goal, 4-1 after 2. Hearing that score, you'd think the Chiefs have this one in full control, but the Renegades have slowly been working their way back into this one. A couple unfortunate goals for them. The Chiefs, a couple hard-working goals, but we got a hell of a hockey game here. 4-1 after 2, but this one is far from over.
Well, that's what I was trying to pump through the broadcast here, is all it was going to ultimately take. You know, Tristan Brown riding hot throughout most of the hockey game tonight, ends up giving up that goal. And that, you know, he had that goose egg in the column there, right? Shutout's gone. And now the belief on the bench there picked up immensely for the RMAA squad. As soon as that puck went in, I think you had the best vantage point in the house. That bench erupted and now suddenly we've got a 4-1 game in which these guys think they're about to come rocking out for the third period. So,
well, the Chiefs getting out those couple goals and go up 4-0 at that point, but going home with some huge saves.
Absolutely.
Keeping it at 4, allowing the Renegades to get that late goal to get back in this hockey. Looks like we're getting...
All right, Troy, you ever done any rodeo camera work? He smiles and gives me that, yeah, right. So, you know how chuck wagons work, eh? Kinda, sure. All right, you at least said sure. You could have said something much worse. As we'll see how this all shakes out here. This is going to be exciting. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the ice chucks. I certainly haven't. This is a new one to me. A secondary in-house 50-50 this evening was placed on the ice chucks. It looks like we've got the U13B squad, or A squad. I'm not sure which squad this is. There's a lot of RMAA squads that I can't keep up with anymore. But looks like we're going to have the ice chucks get out there. We'll have 2 heats to begin with, and then we'll rock and roll. So take your winning team and see what happens. We've got directions. Yeah, I wish I had more details. Obviously, it's like a chuck wagon race, but on ice with skaters, with it's going to be a whole thing. You just got to see it to believe it. It's been explained to me, and I can't explain it good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be some good intermission entertainment here.
I believe they do it at the Red Deer Rebels games with actual wagons. That's what was explained to me. Anyone back home in Red Deer, if you've seen that, if that's true, let me know. But yeah, very much so looking forward to how this one all shakes out here in the next little bit. Here we go. We're going to have the referees play a part in this one. We're going to see what happens here at center ice as everybody's excited to get this going. Here we go. You can hear the murmur in the crowd. Nobody's quite sure what's about to take place, and that's exactly why I'm excited for this match.
This should be good.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Yeah, this is going to be great. Yeah, this is, I don't know clearly if we even know how to follow this with only one camera. But guys are going to have to figure out they're standing around how to properly do this. There's a little bit of momentum that plays into it. Physics are a thing, boys. You'll learn that in school. Trust me, it's coming. Physics 20 is an absolutely awful time. At least it was in my day.
Well, they'll be feeling this in the hips tomorrow, I know. I can see that already.
Well, looks like the red chuck has won the first one, or the gray chuck, I guess. There you go, gray chuck. I think Troy got it. Cross the line first. Let's do this. I once upon a time fancied myself maybe doing chuck wagon race calling one time, but not
nice.
No, the real thing. And then you learn you just don't quite got that voice. You know what I mean? Here we go. Second heat as we get going around the cones in this one, and we'll see what the momentum. See these guys have, they figured out the momentum a little bit more. Look at that.
Just got to get that glide going around the pylon there.
Here we go. The momentum working in favor of both racing chucks as it looks like the. Well, I don't know. Look at this. They have got it figured out after watching the first crew go.
Yeah. Both
and
crews
dragging to the finish line. There you have it. The purple chuck wins this heat. So we will have gray versus purple. And here's the problem of being in the second heat. You got to go redo this all again immediately after. So let's see what we got going here. Everybody switches in. Here we go. Gray and purple to finish this one off. You should have seen the absolute incredible scenes that were putting these chuck wagons together. A lot of hard work went in, and look at this. They've got it figured out to a T. This is something that I didn't expect at all. These guys have got it dialed in, skating around, trying to race it out. These corners very pivotal here. Who's going to win the wipe out there? And that's a tough
And a wipeout,
throw, but hold on. Oh, down he goes, and that will finish it off as the purple truck takes it home. And oh boy, what an effort there from these individuals on the ice to give us the intermission entertainment. We'll have the 50-50 draw now. That was about as fun as I expected.
That was entertaining. Fantastic job there by the contestants. They put on a good show.
Can we have this in every game, please? Like, honestly, that was a blast. All right. Sounds like Dustin might have just texted me there.
1-3-4. That's 7-3-4. 1-3-4. Yeah, right behind there. Come on down. $681.
All right, we're just trying to figure out what the shots are at now. We'll get that going. Kapanen scored for the Oilers, it sounds like. That's what his first as an Oiler? Good job. We like that. We like it. All right, friends, we are into the second intermission. Hanging around tonight. Glad to have you aboard here in Crossfield, Alberta this evening as we're just about to cross over. Crazy part, just about to cross over 400 views on the broadcast, and I want to once again say this would not be possible for those of you back home to be able to watch if it went off for him. Did I just hear $684?
I believe you did.
I just heard $684. Troy, that brings us, I think, up over $8,000 on the night raised for Kirsten's place. Again, friends, we'll go over those details for you in a minute, but what an absolutely incredible night it's been here in Crossfield. I want to get back to thank him. I'll let you go through all the sponsors, but I want to thank again for reaching out and getting me out here tonight and getting my crew, Patrick and Troy, out here. Town and Country Plumbing, fantastic folks over there, friends. If you need any services, plumbing, heating, otherwise, reach out, get them in your house, get them going, get heat back on, get your hot water tank working, whatever you can do there. And then I want to say a huge shout out to some fine folks over at Lock End Energy Services who took a chance to step up and really be the key cog in the technical machine that is this broadcast, and stand up and stand out to allow us to do what we're doing tonight. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. I know it wasn't necessarily the easiest process to get us where we are tonight, but I want to say thank you for putting in the effort to get us live here this evening. Appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Patrick, sponsors are yours if you want to walk through.
All right, well, we got the Lions Club with Deadsbury, Met and Airdrie, Carmen's, Wildcat Coffee Company, Snyder Ridge Contracting, Pixie Dust Parties, the Elks of Crossfield, Independent Grocers, Town and Country Plumbing, Real Canadian Superstore, but they are superstars for sponsoring tonight's event, the RME, the, I believe it's Royal Walker?
Ray L. Walker,
sorry. Sorry, the logo's very small here, and I got my partner here, Tyson, to cover me off there.
Somebody's got glasses on at least,
yeah,
right?
There we go. Maybe I need some. The Farm Table, Lock End, Madden Egg Society, Connect First Credit Union, and Mega Dollar, all coming through. Generous donors, sponsors for tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you.
So like I said, we're figuring we're somewhere in the neighborhood of $8,000 raised for Kirsten's place. Friends, for those of you that don't know, I guess maybe give you a second here to learn about Kirsten's place. It'll be a 2,700 square foot over the main and upper floors facility. There will be additional square footage in the basement, which is exclusive to the other two floors. In Olds, Alberta, maximum capacity will be for 30 people. There will be 6 bedrooms total in the building. And of course, taking part tonight to spread and raise awareness for domestic violence, and obviously the funds you've heard back home tonight, over $8,000 for Kirsten's place for the Mountain View Emergency Shelter Society. So it's a job well done so far. The hockey game, it is where it's at. It's 4-1 for the Red Deer Chiefs as it currently stands, but the Renegades building momentum early in that second period, late in that second period, and now are they going to be able to take it home here in this third period? That's the question we've got going. But no matter the score, no matter what, Patrick, you started it off tonight by saying tonight's a night that transcends hockey, and really seeing the vision that I've kind of heard be put together over the past few weeks, right? I heard about the ice chucks. I heard about the jersey auction. I heard about it all. Obviously, kind of need to run the broadcast, but kind of see it all take shape. It really does hammer home how special tonight and all the effort put into
The hardest letter to pronounce. And yeah, just a very special night, guys. I've loved every second tonight. It's been pure entertainment. 4 Chiefs after 4. It's going to be an excellent final 20 minutes. As we mentioned a few times there, the Renegades really starting to gain some momentum there. A couple unfortunate goals, but Helm coming through with some huge saves. Brown at the other end for the Chiefs. A 4-1 hockey game, but it really could be anybody's hockey game, and I'm not saying anything's over. This final 20 minutes should be very entertaining.
Well, that's just it. We discussed it in the second period that Brown was riding hard, right? He's the goalie making every stop. Helm keeping his team in it the whole way through, but he's been cracked a couple times. Well, Brown, if you're the RMAA squad, and I think, you know, we talked about the engagement level in the game after that scrum along the end wall in the first period. It's game on now. Both teams have scored. Both teams have taken some penalties, let's just say. And now it's really figure out who's going to take this one home. And with a 3-goal game in the third period, how many times have you seen a 4-1 game not end up 4-1 after the last 20?
Well, I've watched a lot of Oilers games, so that happens both ways more often than we'd like to admit. But as Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusque always say in the Oilers broadcast, you just have to plant that seed of doubt.
And that's
exactly what the Renegades did there at the end of the second period. They planted that seed of doubt. They broke that goose egg on Brown. Beautiful goal, 4-1. It's anybody's hockey game right now, despite the 3-goal difference there. I don't think anybody's got this one under control just right.
Well, and here's the thing about that goal from Ruben Spady that broke the goose egg on Brown. I gotta say, when you score a goal like that as a defenseman at minor hockey level, you don't get to fire those many shots on net with that good of a clean sounding off the bar and in at any level. So to have that going, that feels good. But especially on a special night like tonight, to be the guy that, you know, rallies the troops after what was a very frustrating second period for the Renegades. And well, now it's that pretty of a goal too. Oh, come on, right? Let's go. Rally up. Let's go. So
yeah, if that doesn't get the blood pumping, I don't know what will.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ruben Spady, you know, in this third period, get another open look and waste no time hammering it on net.
We've seen throughout the hockey game some nice blasts from a few Renegades, and they were just stopped by Brown or went a little bit wide. But as soon as they got one clear on net, Brown had no chance. That one was going in top shelf. Beautiful goal. Some really, really, I wish we could, well, I guess we could compile them from the broadcast tonight. There's definitely some highlight reel goals tonight.
Absolutely. And that's where, apologies for those of you watching back on the replay version, I kind of double-clicked the start recording button off the live stream, so I missed the first 7 minutes action, which conveniently missed the 2 goals for Red Deer in that first period. Yeah, that tends to happen. Let me run a broadcast and see what happens. But ultimately, every goal has been a big marker in this game because even though there's 5 on the board after 2 periods, it seems like goals are at a premium with the way these goalies are going.
Oh, I've said it a few times. The score could easily be much higher.
Absolutely.
Helm and Brown have been outstanding tonight. If we're picking 3 stars, the 2 goaltenders are 2 of the 3 stars tonight.
And I mean, at the end of the day, the 3rd star, we already know where we're going with that, and it might be staring us right in the face the whole night, right? The fine folks of the whole entire area here between Rocky View County and Mountain View County stepping up to make this night what it's been. Oh, did we just give away our end of game program? Hey, we'll talk about that after. But no, seriously, it's been a fantastic night of fundraising here at the Pete Night. And honestly, Patrick, I had said it, you said it. To be a part of it has been awesome. And the treat we've gotten on the ice is only a small part of what's truly made this one special. Yeah. It's not very often I show up to a hockey game excited for what's going on off the ice than what's going on the ice.
It's been a night of pure entertainment, love, friendship, community, a night of memories for so many people, and all going towards a great cause to bring everyone together like this. Red Deer coming in, helping to make this game possible. Different communities, different cities. Alberta coming together as a province here really tonight. It's just beautiful, beautiful event.
And this is ultimately, friends, what we're all about, right? This is truly on a Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. Yeah, the Oilers are playing, so what? This is the heartbeat of hockey in Canada, and stuff like this goes on across the country year in, year out. And for us to be a part of one of those special events that happens in the small town local community rink on a Saturday night, hey, I love sitting there watching the Oilers, but this is going to be my first pick more often than not.
Oh, absolutely. And as we were mentioning too, like, the kids are going to play so many games that they're going to enjoy all of them, but a lot of them are going to blend into each other.
Absolutely.
But with what they've experienced here tonight, this is a game that probably stays with them all their lives. And it's a night of memories, and it's been a game that's lived up to the billing to this point, and I think it's going to be a fantastic final 20 minutes as well.
Well, let's see what the officials have for us in the score. Obviously, they've had an interesting night so far this evening, but let's go quickly recap where we're at with the shots on goal after 2 periods of play. 25 for Red Deer, 16 for the RMAA Renegades, as Red Deer takes to the ice once again, and we will see what this team has in store for us. As Tristan Brown, he has a lot to answer for in this now third period of play. You know, he had an excellent start to the hockey game. That Ruben Speedy point shot beats him. And now where does the doubt creep in, or does it at all? Where does the doubt creep in, or does it at all?
For the Chiefs, for that goal, the late second period goal there. Sorry, it's loud in here.
It is, and you're right up against the speaker. I'm not. So Patrick's actually kind of, you've seen on the broadcast, acting as my buffer against the speakers here in the arena. And, well, thankfully, you know, we don't have to communicate too much with the noise speak on.
Well, we're all getting back here on the ice. Everyone back to their respective benches. Elton and Brown locked in at both ends, having some conversation with their defensemen and forwards.
And here you go. If this holds true, I think there's been a little bit of a line change here. I believe we're going to see Micah Ewart start up there with Caleb McCarthy and Harrison Hubert. Now, Ewart kind of, I think from what we've seen in this game, works up and down the lineup as the team needs a guy to get in there and get going in the greasier areas of the game, which, I mean, from everything I've heard in the stands, the one game I watched, that's where Micah Ewart excels. Getting in there, digging pucks free, getting around, and, you know, being a little bit of a nuisance against the opposition down low. And he'll start up here with McCarthy and Hubert to begin this period. McCarthy's looked good all night. Obviously, some chances that he just hasn't been able to bury at times. Now we'll get things going here. As Hubert had a good chance earlier in that second period as well. There we go. Face off down. McCarthy again, right on time, wins the draw. Puck off the boards, fired in by the defense. Shot fired towards the net. There's that active stick again of Tristan Brown as it was fired off a stick, and there, right on cue. I told you, Ewart, right? Digging the puck free, quickly transitioned it back into possession for the Renegades. We've got 19:40 to go in our night's action here in Crossfield this evening. Shot fired off the linesman, comes back now from Morton. Morton leaves it there. It's a nice move by Hubert to use his defenseman as a decoy, get it up to McCarthy, and here comes McCarthy down the right wing, cutting in the middle. Oh, Red Deer Chiefs down. Watch that one twice on the replay.
2 for the price of 1 right there.
There you have it, as this one's coming through along that left wing for the Chiefs. They're going to fire it up off the netting and out. And I'll tell you as well, there's the game back against Blind River a few weeks back. Crossfield arena, the glass is pretty low, but they fired a few pucks out of the play. Bang, 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 like 4 in a row in the first period, I want to say.
Oh, jeez.
You want to talk about frustration from the Renegade squad. They didn't know what to do there, as this is Sandercock moving down off the face-off. getting the puck in front. The shot there. Tony Rubin's Spady be lighting it up from the point. That one missed though. 18:54 to go in the third period. Puck bounces out in front over the near side corner. Chiefs able to battle it to center. That's really going to be it as Leesmer fires it back in. This will be tapped there. Leesmer picks the puck up. Far side pass. Up along the wall. Worked in there by Cooper Snyder. Snyder having stolen away. Again, puck comes to Snyder. Off his stick. He maintains. Shot fired. He blew it higher. I mean, he's fine. Out of the rough look and go is this Snyder again. Shot loading. On net. Drifts off the stick of Brown. I don't know how many times that guy's going to touch it with the stick in the goal crease. Here's Spady, and a shot fired through traffic off the end wall onto the glove there of Brown. You know, that's the nice part about minor hockey. What you do well, you do very well. Like everybody has one thing they do well. Brown gets that stick actively around the crease a fair amount.
Well, I believe as we were talking about in the first intermission, that stick of his, it's not getting all the credit for saves, but it should have probably another 20, 30 saves for him tonight.
He has been moving it around and waving it like it is hot tonight, and obviously it has been, keeping the Renegades at bay. 4-1 the score for the Red Deer Chiefs. Here's now Martz. Martz in front of Meyer. Meyer fires. There's the save for Brown. Right on cue, a good chance, a little bit of a breakdown for the Renegades, and away now they go. Coming on back is here's firing out to the outside, Caleb McCarthy. He kind of takes the spill, but without the puck going in the positive direction, then comes right back and stinking the player along the boards. That's a big hit. Martz is down, takes time to recollect his stick, and I don't know if you can hear the banging, the thumping there on the other end. Right with McCarthy again. The bench is coming alive. Here comes Helm piling onto the bench as the extra attacker on the ice and touched up at last by the Chiefs.
What an opportunity here for the Renegades.
I will tell you, Owen Helm came off the ice the fastest I've ever seen a goalie get to the bench in my life, live, as he came flying in. The door wasn't even fully open by the time he piled onto the bench, I swear to you. Wow, this one means a lot for the Renegades right here.
I've said it a few times, they got to score here.
Yeah, you just had that shift in the offensive zone. Hits, pucks towards the net, and obviously just continuing the battle. And now we're trying to figure out what's going on in the delay here. The head referee talking things over with the coaches, and they'll have the face-off down. That's one back to the point. The shot through traffic took just wide, I think, again off the stick of Brown. If I'm not mistaken there, hearing the smack of a paddle. That one will be fired out by Red Deer. Down the ice it goes to Helm.
It's a safe bet tonight.
It's yes, it is. I'm not a betting man on hockey, but I'll tell you, if I were, the paddle of Brown getting in the way is something I'd be betting. This one now for Snyder. Snyder over near side now for Teb. Teb gets it into the middle for Hubert. Hubert works it over to Ewert. That one goes just wide of him. But there's Ewert, and he is not going to be able to believe that one. You know, if he had been right up against that post, he might have had the inside track. But that's, again, what Ewert brings for you.
Yeah, it's a frustrating icing call for the Renegades here, but hopefully they get it back out, back going the other way.
Here we go. Face off now inside the Renegade zone to the right of Helm. 16:42 to go. They got the most favorite game song ever from a Calgary Flames game. You know, you got old Harvey the Hound there pumping up the jam. As this one comes along the far side boards as the Renegades transition through the neutral. There's McCarthy again carrying it down deep. Big guy out there for the Renegades. You kind of see he can push guys around. Back to the point, picked up and cleanly worked back along the half wall. This one tapped there to the far side. The Renegades moving the puck down around a little bit more methodically here as things settled down, but ultimately cleared by Red Deer when we didn't have a clue what we're talking about. Can't see it. Don't know. We'll yammer through. It's okay. As this puck goes to the far side. Back now inside the Red Deer territory. And that's another icing call. That's tough.
2 icing calls here on a must-score power play for the Renegades is not what they needed. But
well, and you know, like I was saying, it rolls in waves, the momentum in games like this. And the Renegades were flying high there for a moment. Red Deer dug in, and they've been able to kill most of this penalty so far. They still got over 30 seconds to go. As the puck's into the corner, fired there again by the Renegades. This one gets out of the zone. Nice play to seal the wall. And that's Hubert pushing it forward. The Red Deer Chiefs will fire it down. Ramada's side got it going. And that'll be Spady firing it back in. 23 seconds to go. Gregory with the puck. Bounces it off the boards. Referee dances out of the way, and here's Spady chasing after it. We got 15 and a half to go in the game. And there we go, right on the cue as well. Owen Helm, Speedy on the puck. This one back to the point. Gregory loads the shot. Wrist shot through traffic. Blocked away by Helm. Back now to the far side boards. Tapped out there by the RMAA Renegades. And it'll be tapped in this time by the Red Deer Chiefs. Penalty over. Worked out through the middle. That's carried ahead by Bezjak. Bezjak across the line. Out to the outside. He's going to keep going. Battling along the wall. Takes a rough bump as the assistant captain. This one works right in front. The shot loaded by McCormick just was tied up at the last second. Patrick, this has been a good game.
This has been fantastic hockey.
It's off the end of the net, picked up by the Renegades. Saucer flip is going to go down for icing, and we're going to have a stop and play here with 14:37 to go in tonight's hockey. Well, it's been a good night so far.
Another big kill for the Chiefs. They've been excellent on the penalty kill tonight. We could be looking at a much different hockey game for Renegades, but they got more going on the power play. So
that's just it.
Credit to the Chiefs for some excellent penalty killing tonight.
I was just saying there before I let you go. It's been a good night so far. It sounds like the 50-50. I don't know if it just closed or it just updated, but friends, you definitely, if there's still a chance, get those 50-50s going. As the draw date is tonight, check out the Renegades Minor Hockey Facebook page if you're looking for information on there. So that's a nice play by Snyder to free up that puck along the end wall. McCarthy battling there. It comes back to the blue line. Ewert with the puck was able to flip it to the far side boards, but ultimately Red Deer clears the zone. Picked up now by Spady in behind Helm. Spade in the near side for Ewert. Puck played there as it's worked out by McCarthy. McCarthy keeps going. It will be worked along the wall. Allen mishandles it. Ultimately able to gather it back up. And we can maintain 4-1 as the puck's back in the neutral zone. And it looks like Spady blew a tire shot save. Oh, and Helm broke the puck. Away we go. 13:38 to go.
Well, with Brown, it's been the stick. With Helm, it's the glove.
And that's the case so far. Man, oh man, these goalies have been on it tonight. And I'll tell you, that was a really rough goal there for Spady. He had been on the ice a moment ago, trying to get up. I don't know if he lost an edge or what off his grade.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Just ends up blowing a tire the second time, leading to that chance.
Yeah.
Here's now Liesemer with the puck. Liesemer is going to dance around, lose control. Ultimately, it gathered up there that time by Sandercock, and it comes back inside the Red Deer zone. 13:20 to go. Patrick, can you feel the excitement here? We're about to figure out where this game's truly going. That's another blowing tire in the middle of the ice. Maybe the ice not at its finest peak form right now, given how cold it is in here. I don't know.
Maybe some of that truck racing have a little bit of effect there on the ice there.
That's a good thought. Don't leave it to me to point out the obvious, because I'm going to miss it every time. Sandercock, the shot fired wide, but that is a very good point. Very, very good point. 12:50 to go here in this third period as the puck works out behind. And this will go down low for the Red Deer side. It was looking like it was going low, but the Renegades just weren't able to tap it there. This will be worked back now by the shot fired wide. That time by Palinelli. And that's now going to be Lidgren taking the check there, fired off. Puck goes off the side of the net. This will be worked now to the middle of the ice. Here's Gregory. Gregory, the shot. Worked down low, picked up again. Here we go. Gregory's going to load up. That puck had a little tailspin on it. It was going right if it had enough time. Big hit along the boards, and the intensity ratcheting up here inside the Renegade zone. That's a stapler of a hit. And here we go, back the other way, another body check there.
Really physical.
It's going, and now all of a sudden, temp is flaring a bit here. Linesman double checks that it's okay. Puck back. Here's McCormick. The shot, rebound in front. Goes wide. Good looking up, finished 4-man pile up along the wall. This one all of a sudden got the crowd enticed as well. And we are seeing this game getting towards its ultimate destination here tonight. 11:36 to go. Red Deer bounces it off the board. Picked up there by Morton. Fired. Over zone by Bezjak. Back the other way. Here comes McCormick. He's hammered along the way. And I will tell you, he will remember that one. And there you go. He's pushing and shoving to get to the front of the net. The opportunity there, just not connecting for Snyder. Shot fired, save. Not by the stick, but of the belly of Brown.
Well, you got to use everything you got at your disposal there, Tyson.
I guess so. Even if one thing's not great.
Tonight he has been typically sticking with it, but...
Okay, Dean. Save it for the ball. Here we go. Face off down. Red Deer gets it going. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Hustling back after it is absolutely everybody. As that's going to be picked up by McCormick, who's still out there. He is gunning up and gearing through the neutral zone. Shot fired wide. It went off a block, and then McCormick was level. Shot again. Left hand save. Brown. 10:52 to go in this third period. Holy moly. Your hands aren't cold anymore, Troy. They're just ice cold anyway, eh, bud? Hey,
hold that warm camera. What are you talking about?
That's right. The only thing warm in here is the equipment tonight. Might have purposely not ran the fan properly on the laptop so that it stays warm and doesn't freeze up on us. Here we go. Face off. Ultimately ends up coming outside of the zone all the way down now. Picked up there, and that'll be an icing call against Red Deer with 10:44 to go. How about it? We are about to wind down what has been an awesome event here at the Heat Night Memorial Arena in Crossfield, Alberta this evening. Tyson Dolynny alongside Patrick Phillips, a 4-1 hockey game for the Red Deer Chiefs here against the RMAA Renegades. Puck fired in front, couldn't tap it in with Hubert. Puck comes out into the neutral zone, and away we go back down deep. This one working there. Nice tap play there by Morton over to Leesmer. Leesmer leads up off the stick and out. Picked up by Ewert. Ewert sees it there, and again, first-hand look at the kind of work that he puts in. This one, along the boards, Leesmer was able to free up that puck and get it over to Morton. And I'll come back up in the middle as that's a hit throw-in, tip through the middle, and now McCarthy ended up taking a bump. And this puck is just digging in here. Both teams starting to give up less inches of ice, shift by shift, as this game chews to a finish. As there's Hubert leaning on the opposing number 11, Liam Lundmark. As this puck comes along the wall, back to the point. Nice hustle there to keep it in. That was Wade Tebb getting it alive and down deep. Oh, couldn't get that pass across with McCarthy as Ewert takes the battle into the boards. Ultimately, he lost track of the puck, and here comes Red Deer back the other way. Picked up in the middle of the ice. That's Tebb again. He takes a shot, this time from his opposing number 12, Deegan Shan. A little bit of number-on-number noticing out there so far as this one comes on down, back in behind Helm. He kind of trying to figure out where that puck's at. Puck comes right in front. Hicks! Save made, save made. How about two from Owen Helm? A little double action there off the pad, and here come the Renegades batting it back out in the neutral zone. Here's now McCarthy back the other way. McCarthy leading down deep off the side of the net. Save made by Brown, and then a little extra as McCarthy skates through a player holding his knee. That is Gregory for the Red Deer side. What a night it's been in Crossfield this evening, friends. Thanks for being aboard. 8:59 to go in the third period. I want to again give a huge shout out to our friends who have made this possible. Town and Country Plumbing, Shayna and Dustin for reaching out to yours truly here on the night. As that's a save made by Brown. We're back to action a little quicker than I thought as Leesmer fires that down. But to Shayna and Dustin for getting me out here, much appreciated. And as well, to Lock End Energy Services for providing the technical abilities here this evening. 8:42 to go behind the net. Puck goes along the wall. And this will be picked up and worked out by Gregory, whose knee suddenly appears fine as soon as he's moving in a positive direction.
Said he has the blood pumping again.
That's just it. Get her going. As this back into the zone, Bezjak rides through two players. Good work there. Taps it along the wall, kind of leaving it there for a teammate that didn't communicate. This is going to be the Redlowski coming back the other way now. Redlowski across the line, working in the middle, picked up there by Bezjak. Bezjak kind of maneuvered a couple different ways and lost sight of himself. This work down to the near side. Woods over now, picking it up. Here come the Red Deer Chiefs. They'll fire up off the glass. That puck takes a hop off a stanchion, as we've seen a couple times tonight, and ends up bouncing along the boards and picked up now. Red Deer will fire back down onto the tape of Leesmer, 2 feet in front of Owen Helm. Puck along the near side. That puck rolling there across the line. It's on side. That's not going to matter, though. We got 7.5 to go in the third period. 4-1 the score for the Red Deer Chiefs. Turnover right in front. Shot save made by Owen Helm. Don't worry. He might have 4 goals against tonight, but he has been on it from start to finish. Shot fired into the zone. This one working along the boards. And that's where Troy says, get out of my way. I want to see that puck as terribly as we can. This one comes on back inside the zone. No icing call. 7 minutes exactly remaining in the third period as we go up along the right wing inside the Renegades territory. That's Snyder getting that puck free, leading ahead. Here comes Zach Zavoda trying to skate that one over the line. He's going to be battled there. It's Jack McCormick coming up with that puck to get it inside the Chiefs territory as they lead ahead. Tripping ball coming, and then promptly the Renegades touch the puck. Oh, here we go. I will tell you, there was not a song I loved more for the span of 6 months between 2012 and 2013 than Volbeat's Call of a Warrior, I will tell you. And I probably butchered the name, it's been that long, but my goodness, this used to get me running through glass, literally.
Well, the Renegades are going to have to be warriors here to get this penalty kill.
That's fair enough. We got 6:35 to go. Shot fired down. Nice clear there by the Renegades. And maybe fill me a little bit in about what they're going to have to do here against Red Deer squad that will desperately wants to put this one out of touch. And this is going to come back now from McCarthy. McCarthy back the other way. Across the line, working there, battling. Nice little play there from, is that number 13? Am I missing something here? Is that number 10? Sorry, Macklin Hicks. As Clark pushed that one forward, and Red Deer not able to set up here so far on the power play with 5:58 to go.
Yeah, strong start here for the Renegades on the penalty kill. Be nice if they could get a short-handed opportunity here with a 3-goal deficit, but keeping it at 3, obviously the primary goal here on the penalty kill.
Redlowski battled there along the wall by Leesemer. Redlowski will take a run at Leesemer, following that one up. Point shot not coming. Puck across there from March. Here comes the shot. Owen Helm, glove save, picked away there in front of the net by the RMAA squad in front. And this one's battling along the wall up along. Gregory sees that one come through. And now Redlowski will come up with the puck right in front. March battles. Oh, gosh! Oh, boy, that's a big break for RMAA's side on this evening. As this will come down the wing, the shot fired wide of the net. Back into the middle of the ice. Here's Gregory coming inside his own zone. 5:04 to go in this third period to play. The puck taps off a stick. Coming now, Wogelmuth. We'll see it fired back inside the zone. Nice play there by RMAA to tie it up with the last 15 seconds remaining in this power play here in this third period. Inside the last 5 to go. Bezjak flips up on that puck, ultimately able to take his player into the boards. Myers not exactly friendly about it, stepping out of the box. Here comes Snyder, who ultimately took that trick and called to no effect for the RMAA Renegades, other than 2 minutes off the clock. As here's a nice skate and walk by Allen. Allen was looking all kinds of dangerous coming up the ice there, ultimately lost the handle. Now, ultimately, this puck will come over to the near side. Ultimately, I know I'm repeating myself here. Shot fired, blocked in front, comes over to the near side. and this will be worked a shot fan on off the side of the net there.
Ultimately.
Ah, there you go. Somebody had to do it. Not me this time. Puck's out into the neutral zone. Woods will fire over to the far side. Sheriff Foulin will get it going, and here's now Bezjak. Unforced error on that one, I would say. And ultimately, at this level, there's no line change, so it's really not that hard on the issue.
Yeah. Well, a good kill there for the Renegades. Keep this one somewhat within reach here, but 3:54 to go here in the third period. The Renegades really going to have to dig in here. They need 3. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but they got to get down to the Red Deer zone and get to work.
And that starts with getting this puck out of the end right here as Woods keeps it in and keeps it alive for the time being. To the far side, Redlowski will fire it off the boards. Coming down near side, Woods battling there, trying to come up with it. Hicks slams his stick into the boards and comes away with getting it down deep inside the zone. We're inside the last 3.5 to go as this will be picked up. Fired to the blue line, chipped along the wall there. As it looks like all of a sudden the screen quality's gone in. Shot fired by Red Deer goes wide. 3:18 to go here in this third period of play. That puck just kind of eluded Zach Savoda right there along the boards. He's going to go off for a line change. 3:08 to go in this third period of play. Puck in behind the net. Now that one, Ebert got a stick on, but unable to come up with it. And we are inside the last 3, like I said. So down the ice, in behind the net. Berlowski wins the battle. He'll get it out from behind the net, back to the point. His shot's going to come through, tipped in front. Clark fires this one. Battle there by Eward, is able to come away with the puck to the point. Clark kept it alive. Lidgren fires it deeper. And now Liesemer will come away with the puck and just about eluded him. Ewart's coming in there trying to battle that one as well. Both players collide. And this is a different perspective. Here's Shan. Shan fires off the helmet. That was the clavicle or the helmet, one of the two. There was a lot of noise off that puck hitting helm in front of the cage of the Renegades. My goodness. I feel like we've done a lot of talking. What? Yeah, one off him to play. That's all, no, that's all good, buddy. Troy just double checking he didn't miss anything here on the camera angle. Shand at the blue line. He's got the whip and stick at the blue line there, by the way. So this one's going to come back up in the middle of the ice. And now Redlowski fires the shot, locked in front by McCormick. He takes the shot, gets the puck out. And here coming back the other way, here's RMAA with 2 minutes to go in the third period of things winding down. Puck off the side of Brown. Coming back the other way now, buck 54. As time winding down, big hit on Redlowski. Doesn't phase him. Shot off the side of the net. They've tried the short side on Helm and haven't been able to hit it all too often tonight. It's been the far side that's beat Helm a couple of times this evening. And of course that bouncing puck earlier in the hockey game. Along the wall, we're inside the last minute 30 to go here this evening. Puck continues the battle. Here's McCormick, drags out in front now for Sandercock. Sandercock gets it down inside the Red Deer Ramada Chiefs territory, and with a buck 22 to go, there you have it. We'll have a face-off inside the Renegades territory. It's been, for those of you who may be thinking about tuning out here tonight as we wind down the final clock, it's been our absolute pleasure. Tyson Olney, Patrick Phillips alongside. Our absolute pleasure and honor to be on the call for tonight's game in support of Kirsten's place. As this puck is in front, Red Deer's still battling it. It comes out to the far side boards and into the neutral all the way back to Red Deer's territory. But a special night here at the rink. And you know what? We've had the pleasure of just sitting up here talking hockey. But the fine volunteers that have run this game tonight, I cannot wait to hear the fundraising totals at the end of this hockey game as things conclude this evening. Liesemer was about to fire a puck along the wall. I'm pretty sure he took a look at us and said, maybe I don't risk it there. Not at this point. They might
We're
not.
very grateful for that.
Yeah, they might not enjoy our full commentary tonight when they watch back on it, but I'm grateful that he decided to at least go the easy route on us there. Here's Martz dancing around. Martz will fire off the side of the net. 27 and change to go in this third period of play. Red Deer controlling play inside the Renegade zone. This is lifted back down deep. Shot fire towards Woods. Woods will fire it along the wall. That will do it here with 15 seconds to go. The Renegades battling it back to the point. Gregory keeps them hemmed in. And this will ultimately bleed into the neutral zone as the Red Deer bench comes alive. They did a good job tonight. They earned it. They got the goaltending. They got the goal scoring. And they secure the victory here tonight in Crossfield. Red Deer Ramada Chiefs winners 4-1 over the RMAA U15A Renegades here in Crossfield, Alberta at the Pregame Memorial Arena. I barely got the words out. Patrick, I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Tyson. This was an honor and a privilege. Fantastic, fantastic hockey game tonight. Both teams, all the players on the ice, the volunteers, like you said, all the sponsors, everyone, the fans in the crowd that helped to put this evening together. Everyone deserves a huge pat on the back. Both teams fought. This was a fantastic hockey game to watch. I've mentioned it many times tonight, but Helm and Brown, two outstanding goaltending performances. Some breaks for the Chiefs early, I felt, with those.
After a 4-1 loss. It is impossible, in fact. Absolutely incredible effort leading up to tonight's action. They went out there, pounded the pavement, talked to every single donor they could find in support of Kirsten's place, in support of tonight's event, and an absolutely incredible effort put forward by Crossfield to get the job done here, supporting the event here at the Pete Knight Memorial Arena. But obviously it comes down, as the stick salute here at center ice, comes down to the fans, comes down to the volunteers, comes down to the countless hours put in by the team to make tonight what it was, Patrick. I mean, I will tell you quite honestly, the whole night, the whole story behind this evening, and kind of the whole theme of the evening, bringing awareness to domestic violence. It's near and dear to my heart, and to be a part of this here this evening was absolutely, we've said it all night, an honor and a privilege. And quite honestly, I am blown away at just how perfect of a night it was, even despite a 4-1 loss for the home side.
An entertaining hockey game, a special night that transcended hockey.
Your presence tonight and your players' contributions are a testament to the power of community and compassion. I am thrilled with a great tally.
Here we go.
And I am thrilled to say that we have raised $15,674.
Wow. I didn't get the last three numbers because the crowd erupted. But how about 15,000 and change? What an incredible event. My goodness.
The total is $3,410, and the winner is Marshall Rocket.
And somebody just won $3,000 on the 50-50, it sounds like.
I would like to send a special thank you to our donors, our volunteers, everyone who worked behind the scenes to make this event possible. Thank you for standing with us in this mission for honoring Kirsten's memory in such a profound way. Have a safe journey home, and thank you again for your incredible support. Good night.
Hats off. I mean, what else can you say? What an incredible evening of hockey that took so many hours to put together. Patrick, I mean, I don't know, words can't describe the difference that $15,000 will make for Kirsten's place. And obviously, Troy, I want to say a huge thank you to you behind the camera, getting the visuals for those watching back on the live stream. Just incredible that an event like this is able to have the impact it will have. And ultimately, like we said, these boys will have memories going for the rest of their hockey time. I mean, yeah, some of them might move on and get to do some special junior stuff over the career, but just to be able to have a night like tonight in Crossfield, the whole works. I mean, this was as much of a star-studded event. You have Jay Rosehill drop off the ceremonial puck. It doesn't get better than this in Crossfield.
No, a night that transcended hockey, community coming together, a fantastic hockey game, everybody stepping up. A pleasure doing this broadcast with you, Tyson.
Absolutely, buddy.
Had a fantastic night, and just thank you to everyone who tuned in on the stream. See a bunch of comments there. Thank you all so much. Fantastic work behind the camera. Perfect night here in Crossfield.
Well, friends, for that, we will sign off here this evening. Again, I will caution you, I don't want you to sign off of social media this evening. I want you to head over to Facebook. Go over to the Renegades Minor Hockey Facebook page, the event page for tonight's hockey game. I want you to go check out the global news story that was produced on tonight's event. Again, I can kind of give you the Coles notes, or you can go get the real story. And I want you to do that here this evening. If you do that for me, after hanging out with us all evening, I would absolutely appreciate that. For Patrick Phillips, for Troy behind the camera, I'm Tyson Dolynny. Thanks for being aboard here at the Pete Knight Memorial Arena. I don't know when we'll catch you again, but we'll catch you.